Why, hello there, Doc. Shabbat Hamlom. Hope you're having a great day. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine, and Shabbat Hamlom also. I'm super excited tonight. Seems like we've got a real full menu.
Yeah, and you said that it's also a full moon tonight, so maybe the best of the best we will find today.
Well, full moons, you know what that means.
What does it mean for those of us in the audience who are uneducated?
Woodwork squeaks, out come the freaks.
Ooh,
monthly. See. And I speak from the purely anecdotal account of a rock musician of many, many years' experience. Anytime you want a crazy show, coincide it with the full moon and see what happens. So it is 420 and it is a full moon. Those are two legs of the stool of crazy that we are about to topple over.
Yeah, there will be crazy people high on drugs as well. So,
yes. Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty good. But we have a lot to report on. One thing I'm super excited to report on is that we actually now have video of Richard Doyle in the loony bin, like rambling his crazy, insane conspiracy theories. So now we're at the point in our culture where you can literally just get your crazy from the fucking loony bin at this.
Yeah, straight from the horse's mouth. And I have a file on my desktop that says, people we engage with presently in federal detention of a psychiatric nature. And that's real specific. And we have at least 2 of those.
There's only 2 so far as I know. But some people have dropped off the radar and they're in and out of psychiatric care. So you never really know with those people.
Laura.
Yeah, and Ewok. Do not! It's okay, we said too much already.
But have we said enough?
No. In fact, we probably have about 2.5 hours left of saying things before we've said too much.
Before we get demonetized.
Yeah. Well, it will happen. To be fair, we haven't been getting demonetized, but they do the soft demonetization where they say the video is not suitable, which, to be fair, it's probably not. Our videos are probably not suitable for most advertisers, so we'll just have to take it.
Yeah, I think that's a fair and reasonable decision based on the fact that we always speak the truth about degenerate scumbags. And, you know, it harshes people's mellow, and it's 420, and we don't want to do that. But we will.
You know, speaking the truth is one thing we do really well here. And now that we're on that subject, Doc, have you seen the Mueller report? Some of this stuff that's coming out in there is just insane.
Oh, yeah. I loved a certain deconstruction of what's come out. I won't reference the channel here, but it was basically, here is the written word-for-word definition of what obstruction of justice is and why it's a felony and why there are multiple counts that implicate the president. But apparently that's not a thing anymore. That law has been memory holed, provided you've got a nice enough suit.
I like section 4, I think it's paragraph 34, sentence 3, where it talks about how Donald Trump for years has a daily routine of drinking his own urine. Like, who knew that Donald Trump was into urine therapy? But Robert Mueller uncovered it for us.
Yeah, absolutely. And to be clear, we got the unredacted report.
Yes, we did.
We have people in places that do things.
Doc, we wrote the fucking report. Let's be honest with everybody.
Section 4, paragraph 3. The kitten thing? The kitten.
Oh, God. Can we say that on the air? We had to redact that because it was too violent.
I don't know. Let's leave that for later, and we may come back to that. But it's too dark even for our audience, and that's, well...
You know what? Another really salacious part of the Mueller report, I think it was section 18, paragraph 239, where Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump gave each other handies. That was really weird to read. And it was in a very graphic and detailed description, because I think it was Don Jr., I think, who had to describe it.
And wipe it up, apparently.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what does that do to a son when you have to sponge down your old man's jizz-soaked balls?
You know, while we're speaking on that, how about we say something that Donald Trump really did to his son and wonder what that might do to him, which was slap him right in the fucking face in front of his contemporaries at a public baseball game for not wearing a suit to the game. That's something that's not in the Mueller report, but that actually did happen to Don Jr. I wonder why maybe he's so loyal to his daddy.
I've been to exactly one baseball game, which I was thinking about earlier, funnily enough. Did I wear a suit? No. Did anyone punch me in the fucking face? No. So I didn't see anyone in a suit there, but presumably this was some grandiose cock measuring thing, and he thought his, well, it would make a good impression on the public to assault his heir. Classic.
Well, when you went to the game, I know you said it didn't happen to you, but did you see any supposed billionaires publicly assaulting their children as a means of publicly humiliating them? Like, does that happen at baseball games usually?
No, I saw about 400 or 500 people from the local community having a good time and celebrating a fun day out and drinking beer and eating hot dogs, popcorn, and having a good time. Nobody was assaulted. No heirs or heiresses were fucked over in the concert of this game. But Donald Trump, he's a special kind of scoundrel.
Which one? The junior or the senior?
All, I suspect.
True. And the fruit doesn't fall far from the decrepit old tree, does it?
No.
Well, this is, of course, not a political program. Just
yeah,
kidding.
Well, I mean, it's a political program, and I think I can speak for Michael here, as well as myself. Fascism is a really bad idea. It never works out well. So steer away from that bullshit.
Unless you want to end up like Mussolini, having your dick cut off and shoved in your mouth after you're dead, and they drag your corpse through the streets.
Yeah, yeah, I understand the sentiment of that. I'm not totally behind it, but you know, it was kind of fitting.
And it was fun too, right? Because we were there, because we're actually 1,000-year-old vampires.
I'm on my fourth body.
Yeah. Well, you want to get started, Doc?
I say we go right to the psych ward. What do you think?
I think so too. And we have a special guest who is going to be calling in, and it's in relation to Stephen, because Stephen is who we're going to start with, and then we'll get into Richard Doyle, because there's video with that psych ward patient. So I think Richard could become our new favorite psych ward patient if he keeps up with the video, Doc. But let's let Steve have his last day, you know?
Yeah, and I have to say to all the audience, thanks so much for the support on this, but we really had to pull in a lot of favors to get access to our special guest, our special mystery guest. And
we had to blackmail a senator.
We did have to do that, and I mean, we appreciate the presence and we appreciate the patience, but you didn't have to kill another guy to stay in longer.
I think he just likes to kill people, though, maybe.
I'm getting that feeling.
He pounded him in the ass till he died, right? That's how he usually kills his victims.
Yeah, he went out with a smile on his face, and we know this guy to be a righteous judge, and he's not doing this to good guys. But you know what? Let's do what we can to get him access to Stevus. And
we're talking about Big Amos, of course.
Oh, Big Amos, friend of the show.
So, let's see if we get started here. My God, I'm not even putting words together because I'm having multiple thoughts of what to do. Whenever we want to bring in Big Amos, I need to know so I can pull up a phone ringing sound effect so that we can pretend he's calling in on a phone. So, you know, I'm just throwing that out there. That's a little director's commentary.
That sounds good.
So, Lord Stephen Christ, LSC. This one's called Stephen Christ Prisoner Exchange. And somehow we actually missed this video because it's from over a week ago. But here we go.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Lord Stephen Christ calling from prison again. I want to tell you a story about some of the guards here. I mean, most of the guards I get along with. I just wanted to point out a few to use as precedents.
Pausing the wrong video.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just for the audience, from prison again, like they didn't release you again.
Yeah, because he actually said that he was didn't he threaten to blackmail Donald Trump by revealing that his wife was a transgendered woman? So, or you know, a man, I guess is what Stephen was saying. But that didn't work. That blackmail threat didn't actually get him out of prison. So, but now he's got an idea for a prisoner exchange program.
To the Lord of the returned Christ. And one of these individuals is a
What's that?
No, all good.
short little homely stocky bitch guard here at Butner. She subconsciously tries to make up for her unattractive qualities by exerting her so-called authority over prisoners. That's usually the case for the unendowed, unblessed women that feel...
Okay. What I'm hearing here is the person who has the unfortunate duty of injecting Stevis intramuscularly with his antipsychotics doesn't fit with his very particular view of manly goodness.
Right. Well, she won't submit to his authority, therefore he can just attack her. You know what I think is funny about all this is he's already got in trouble because he knows that these calls are frequently reported to the prison, and at this point I'm sure they're all being listened to. So, like, does he think that going on the internet and calling the woman who has absolute and total authority over him a dumb bitch and saying how ugly and manly she is, does he think that's going to get him better treatment? Because he does this to everyone who works there. He's turning his stay into a living, permanent hell that he will never escape from.
Yeah, I mean, it's not complex. If you want to defame people, don't do it in a way that's public when they have authority over you. And you summarized it beautifully. And to be clear for all the members of the audience, everything that Stephen publishes on the internet goes right back to the people who have lock and key authority over him, because he's a fucking danger to society.
This guy is on more than one watch list. I guarantee you. You go to prison for threatening to kill 2 different presidents, you don't get off of the watch list. You get put on for that sort of thing until, you die in prison. Then maybe they'll take you off of it.
And if you do that and then say that you're Jesus and that well, I'm not going to spoil the commentary here, but I did get word that our certain friend from a certain institution with a certain criminal record is available and ready to chime in.
Oh, excellent. Hold on. Let me get my phone. Where'd my phone go? Oh, you know what? Come on, Big Amos. I don't have to do this phone sound effect. Or maybe. How's it going, Big Amos? There we go. Oh, I got it. Hello?
Oh, I hear the phone.
Yeah, who's this?
Who
It's
could it
Big
be?
Amos. What's going on?
We were just talking about your future wife.
Yeah, Big Amos, thanks for you and for all that you've done for the show. And thanks for the new image that you sent us. That was beautiful. It seems that you've been eating well and working out and staying in full diesel shape. Mike, can you do the biz?
Let me find it. Big Amos, are you excited because every day that goes by is one day closer to when you finally will get Steven's bunghole, hopefully.
I've been waiting to get that thing ever since I saw his pretty ass back in here.
Well, do you think it's tight, or do you think he's probably taking it from the people in the psych ward right now? Because it wouldn't be fair to have him loosened up when he was promised to you as your bride so long ago.
Oh, they know to keep that asshole nice and tight for me. They know better.
Do you think they're making him do Kegels for you?
Every single night. He ain't got much else to do.
That's true. It's not. I mean, he can write his stuff on the wall in feces, or he can do his Kegels, and he can do both of those at the same time.
He can.
Yeah, Stephen also has no gag reflex, but given your proportions, Amos, I think that would be a death sentence, and
I could take it.
You've already got a couple of those, so it's probably best to avoid that particular scenario, if that's okay. I'm not, making limits or anything.
God, you can see the passion in his eyes as he's holding onto that cage because he can feel Steven's out there beyond it, and you guys really want to be together, right? I know Steven does, even though he won't admit it.
Oh, no, he knows he loves me, and he knows that I loves me some of him. Regardless of what he says with his mouth, I can see that his body wants it.
Has he been visiting you in your dreams? He did that to me once, but I wasn't having it.
Yeah, he has a magical ability to show up right when you need him. So, he knows that he's teasing me.
We also we had Tim Holmseth. He's Daniel Lee's friend. We had him locked up for pissing off the Illuminati about a month ago.
Yeah, I think about a month. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we threw him your way. Is he still alive? We haven't heard from him in a while, or did you just sodomize him to death?
I had my fun with him, but I had to toss him away. There's something about his smell I ain't quite like, so I traded him for a pack of cigarettes and some oranges.
So he is still alive, though.
But as far as I know, he is.
I guess you wouldn't really know if you traded him, and then you don't care what they do with him after, right?
Hey, it's his business. I've been to use them cigarettes and oranges ages ago.
So are you celibate right now, or I'm sure a man like you gets plenty of pussy thrown at you in jail.
I have opportunity, I'll say that.
Yeah, but you're passing it up because you're in love with Steve, or are you taking the opportunity?
I'm making sure that I have a nice big load waiting for good old Steven.
You're going to blow his head off with that load.
That's the plan.
Oh, that's beautiful. I think you make a really cute couple.
Yeah, I think so.
And, you know, set up the wedding registry at the commissary, and Michael and I will take care of you both.
Yeah.
Whatever you need, because I think it's a match made in heaven, quite frankly. And I'm moved from my heart about this.
My heart. Are you worried, Big Amos? I mean, are you gonna get Steve in line when he comes at you with that fucking attitude of his, talking about how he's God and you're gonna burn in hell if you don't do what he says? Well, you're not gonna put up with that, are you?
I love when he talks dirty to me like that. He knows that just gets me so randy.
You're gonna strangle him when he does it.
Oh, he loves it.
I'm really looking forward to this. You're gonna let us film it, everything, the nightly sex and all the romance, the drama. We'll be able to see it all on TimeCube, I think, if you sign the release.
Yeah. You have to get TimeCube Platinum for those of you out in the audience. If y'all not on Platinum, you ain't shit.
So you have killed at least 37 people trying to stay in there, but your parole is up. I mean, you're going to be put on parole next month, and I don't think Steve's going to be sane enough to be tossed into a normal prison by then. Are you going to continue to murder people to stay in prison to get Steve?
I might have to grab me a few of them pedophiles and go ahead and show them the business to stay in here a little longer. You know, I like my extended stays.
Speaking of that, Steve, in the video we're watching, specifically asks for rapists and pedophiles to join his army. At the very end of this video we're watching live now. Isn't that funny and weird?
That is weird. That's okay. I'll make sure the population stays real low so he don't have too many followers.
Yeah, make sure there's not a lot of people who could take him up on that opportunity, if you would.
Oh, with pleasure.
Yeah, and that sounds like a delightful lead into Steve's latest insane babbling.
Yeah. Doc, do you have any questions for Big Amos? Or Big Amos, do you have any questions for us?
I would like to say thank y'all for inviting me back. Y'all know I enjoy talking to y'all both, you Doc and you two. I love you to death. You're the cutest little thing, but don't let me catch you back here. I'll tear your ass up.
Don't tempt me. I've been to prison. Just kidding.
Yeah, you're a big and beautiful man, Amos.
With a large penis.
Oh yeah, like a baby's arm hanging out of a
knock
pram.
a hole in the wall with that and escape, but you don't.
Yeah, and I have to say, I'm standing in awe of the shoulders and the biceps, and I know that the bars that you're gripping so beautifully and manfully there, that's the fourth set, right? You've ripped out 3 previous sets of those bars.
I have. They keep putting his bars back here. I told them they better go find them some adamantium or something because these steel bars ain't doing shit.
Are you
These people, they underestimate you all the time, and that's why you're such a huge friend of the show, and we love you very much, Amos. We're going to take care of you, bro.
I appreciate that.
Hey, Amos, real quick, didn't one of those sets of bars you ripped out, didn't you jam them up Tim Holmseth's asshole?
In fact, I did. There was a little bit broke off the edge.
Well, you keep doing stuff like that. We'll keep sending you people like Timmy, okay?
Awesome.
All right. Well, if you want to stick around to talk about Stevis, you can, or if you need to go sodomize some prisoners and inmates, it's up to you.
I might have to go check out the fish. I'm gonna stick around for just a little bit though,
Okay.
and see what you guys are talking about. You know, when you play some of that Lord Steven voicemails, that gets me all randy. So I love it.
You probably weren't even gonna sodomize anyone, but after you hear his sexy, sultry voice, somebody's in trouble.
Oh, you know me too well, way too well.
And you know what it does to Robert Plant as well.
Yeah, it makes him get a sex change.
I'm gonna plant something in him.
Oh yeah.
Robert Plant.
Steve said the way you talk makes me wanna marry you and suck your cock.
We're sorry, Robert. We know you're watching, and we know you're a friend of the show.
He likes it, and he actually does have a vagina now because of Steve. Just kidding, Robert. You always had one. It's okay. We're all transgendered. Everyone on this show is actually a transvestite. Isn't that true, Doc?
Yeah, frequently. I'm a beautiful woman, despite the beard, musculature, bodily hair, the whole bit.
It's prosthetics, Doc. Come on. We know we're here to push the trans agenda.
I can be whatever form I want. I can pick and choose.
That's true. All right, here we go.
They must make other people pay for their misfortunes. So, anyway, for months I've been kind to her. I've been submissive and gracious to her. So her payment for her sins is just mounted. It mounted up to a point of my righteous divine justification, and using her as a precedent example of what I'm about to do to the Lord, to the true Lord. So this was back on a few days ago, on the 5th, I believe. After I mounted the window sign, in my military confinement cell there.
What's going on over there?
Nothing's going. I'm just listening.
Oh, are you sure? Because let me replay. I just copied that sound and I heard it. This is what I heard. Oh, that's not you. Never mind. That's a white guy.
I think that's Brett Keane, actually.
Oh, okay.
Don't deny my presence anymore. My presence, Led Zeppelin presence that helps all about me, like I mentioned before. So that's what I'm really, really motivated toward, helping humanity understand that Christ is.
Are these supposed to be showing us how concave? Are we supposed to see these images and think that, like, oh, well, it must be concave then?
Oh yeah, and I'm watching this going, I'm not. There's a connection that I'm missing, and usually that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, well, they think on such a hyper advanced level, though, Doc, that us morons could never understand.
Yeah, okay.
Especially Nalen, he's a smart guy.
Let's get to the rapists and pedophiles rather than Joe the plumber here.
Yeah, I think that's near the end. Let's just skip ahead. His mania is usually kicked into full gear around a little bit later in. So here we go.
Yeah.
It's going to be beyond belief. The whole world's going to realize how foolish they are. And so anyway, Bowerman was he was arguing with me, and then I finally realized his name.
Bowerman is his doctor.
Yep. At this point, I mean, listen to the speech.
Yeah, and listen to what he's about to say. So the doctor's name is Bowerman, right? Well, you know what? That must mean something, according to Steve. How
foolish they are. And so anyway, Bowerman was he was arguing with me, and then I finally realized his name, Bowerman. And like, that's pathetic. You're gonna bow before me, Bowerman. So mad. Oh, it was so funny.
He got so mad. I don't think he got mad. I think he probably laughed in your fucking face, you cuckoo bird.
Yeah, if this guy's a professional psychiatrist, and I'm sure he is, he probably sat there and went, tell me more.
Yeah.
Please. Because there's this barrier that professional psychiatrists and rational people have against psychosis.
Right.
It's that they sit and we sit and listen to it and examine it as an illness.
I love that in the middle of their argument, like first Steve thinks he's you're not having an argument with your fucking doctor, you dumbass. You're stuck in a psych ward. You're not allowed to argue. They'll just shoot you full of medicine if you do that. But I love that in the middle of his argument, he goes, wait a minute, his name's Bowerman. That must mean he'll bow to me. Let me just say that immediately without even running it through a filter.
Yeah. I mean, my family name in Old French and Old English with a bit of Latin and German thrown in means family that owns a farm with a wall around it. Great.
Well,
Okay. Do I own a farm with a wall around it? No, I don't.
You
What
do.
is it?
That's where you keep
Well, I own several of those,
babies.
but it's not because of my name.
Yes, it is. That's how names work.
Okay.
Come on. You know that. That's why Steven's first last name was Chomo. That's fucking true. So what do you think of that, Steven?
Chomo translates as my dick is rounder than it is long, right? That's like international translation of chode.
I think also that Big Amos knows what Chomo means, because Chomo's what they call the child molesters in prison.
Oh, yeah.
That might be why Steven changed his name to begin with.
Oh, he knows. He knows that's the lingo on the street. But around here, I just call him Bait.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think it's funny that... Go ahead.
Lord Stephen Christ, it's what's for dinner.
I wouldn't eat that, honestly. Wear a condom, Big Amos, okay?
Oh, I will. I don't trust where his ass has been.
Yeah, Nalon's fist has been up there, so...
He don't look like he wash.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't wash his face. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, reach out. We'll cover you in terms of commissary for the required items.
Yes, and we do have penicillin waiting if you need it.
That's good. Make sure you get the extra large condoms, too. Don't bring me them small lifestyles.
Hey, it's all we deal in, brother.
We're just going to bring you some plastic bags from the grocery store. I don't think they make them big enough for that hog.
That'll work. I love them.
All right. So let's let Steven, whose last name was originally Chomo, fail to understand the irony of him thinking that someone else's last name means something.
And so we were having, we continued going back and forth. And I said, he wanted to put me to the test. If you read scripture, you understand that Satan supposedly put Jesus to the test by saying, if you were the Son of Man, you will fall, the angels will catch you, blah, blah, blah. And he was trying to do the same thing with me. I'm like, no, you're putting the Lord to the test. That's sinful. You cannot do that. But anyway, what I did do, I actually put them to the test. I said, okay, go into your office and get a book, any book whatsoever. It can be the Bible, whatever book, and bring it out, open up to page 197 at the bottom, read the last sentence at the bottom. I had no idea.
Yeah, okay, all right. Michael?
What?
Time out.
Okay.
Right. Go into your office and pick out any book and pick out the last sentence in the book, and that means something because reasons?
Let's do this. I got one right here.
Yeah.
What's the last sentence in this comic? This, by the way, is Ultimate X-Men Volume 2. So let's see what the last sentence is, Doc. It says, Steven will never get out of prison, and he will die there, still thinking he's God. That is a specifically weird thing. Oh my God, Doc. I'm trying myself out.
I'm totally convinced. Give me a second. I'll pull out a book.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Feel free to play the book game as well, Big Amos, if you have any there in your cell.
I would grab a book, but I can't read, unfortunately, so sorry about that.
Okay. Well, thanks for thinking about it.
Yeah, but we'll help you with that, dude. We can do that. We can work with you during your time of struggle. Well, we know that prison is kind of your environment, and you're top of the pile, so we understand that. But reading, we can do that. Okay, I've got one now from my substantial book collection here. Okay, here we go. If two men consider themselves your son wives.
What book is this?
This is the guidebook to heterosexuality.
Oh, of course you would have that.
Well, of course, I've got a lexicon.
Okay.
An entire bibliography about this because it's a thing that I'm interested in.
Yeah. I thought it was A Tale of Two Cities. It sounds kind of like that.
Oh, well, I've got that too, but we can go to that if you want to.
No.
If two men consider themselves your son wives and have branded on their flesh your seal, you're a homo.
Well, can you be a homo if you haven't done that?
Well, of course, but you've got some dignity.
Okay. Well, I really don't, but
I think that was kind of the point, really,
Doc, where can we get the guidebook to heterosexuality?
Well, you have to contact me, and
Oh,
I'll
Did you
deal
write
with
it?
it for you. Yeah, I did.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Oh, and remember, you edited that edition because you're
I
such
did.
an authority on the subject.
That's true. Well, also the Illuminati gave us both very specific orders for what to put in there so that we could help brainwash the masses to bring back our Dark Lord Lucifer. So
I was actually reading from the 1812 edition of Bradshaw's Illustrated Handbook of London and its Environs. Sorry, not 1812, 1862. But Stevis is already in there. And, let's see if we can...
do you think that's...
actually project that? There you go.
Do you think that Steve's doctor actually played along and went and grabbed a book?
No, not in the slightest bit. I think that Steve's doctor listened to a very tragic and desperately unwell, dangerous individual and went, yeah, on the end, Docker, right about this guy. He
They're
should
probably watching. Hey, Steve's doctors.
Yeah, I'll talk to you professionally. I'm not an expert on this, but I know crazy when I see it.
Hello, staff of the entire prison, by the way. Big friends of the show.
Hey, guys.
Oh, and the Secret Service, too.
Yeah, we're going to send you a muffin basket because you're awesome and we love you.
Well, anyway, let's continue. Let's see if the doctor plays along.
Well, I was going to read. And so he's like, oh, okay, well, we're going to, just like a small little...
He said, oh, okay, Lord Christ, and ran to his office to grab a book. I don't believe that happened.
No, that was a fantasy.
Not a chance, right?
No.
Crowd gathered for him to do this. He brought out the book, and when it said something on it, he said, I will be on the first floor. It read, I will be on the first floor. And
So he actually did play along. Maybe he's just sick of Stephen's delusions, and he's just like, fuck it. And he plays along, and the sentence is, I will be on the first floor. Now, of course, Stephen is going to take this to be extremely meaningful.
Yeah, I mean, this is a prophecy fallacy 101. Any comment can be sculpted by a sufficiently deranged mind to mean anything. It's not proof positive of anything whatsoever other than Stephen's psychosis.
I would say the most effective ones actually do it well, but Stephen just doesn't know how to do it. So that's why he gets the most retarded followers.
Yeah, but I really feel for this man's psychiatrist. I mean, when I was a patient and it was an extended period, that interaction was precious to me as an opportunity to speak completely uncensored and uninhibited to someone who couldn't, by definition of the interaction, repeat any of it. And it was incredibly valuable in a state of crisis. And I think Stephen is just basically whipping out his dick and pissing all over this privilege.
Just like he pissed all over Nalon and Travis's face.
Well, precisely. But one of the things that patients tend to do in that kind of environment is demonstrate how well or unwell they are. And that kind of is part of the dialogue, and it's an important thing. You go in and you check in and you say, well, this week I've felt this way under these circumstances, and you get feedback from someone who you can, by definition, trust. But Steve, is he demonstrating his wellness or something else here?
You know, it's kind of good that they let him lash out and act out like this, because especially that he's making fucking videos that are being put up on the internet that people like Doc and I are copying every single one. He's basically making a case for why he should never be released, and it's a pretty damn good case, because he's still threatening to kill people while he's in there for threatening to kill people.
Yeah, and I think the rational part of Steve's mind is ringing out, and it's preventing him from doing anything that will get him released, because he realizes he's in pretty much the best case scenario for him under these circumstances.
The problem is, what happens when like Nalon or Travis snap and they go out and try to kill Elon Musk because Steven said, I'm going to kill you? What happens then?
Yeah, I agree with you, and I hear you. And I think the best thing that can happen is that Nalon grows the fuck up, maybe finds a better, daddy substitute because there are good guys out there who can help you. Travis, keep scrubbing, brother.
Yeah, keep scrubbing, Travis. I hear his right arm's getting really strong, not just from the masturbation either, but... Anyway, Steve's about to assemble an army of the most disgusting people you've ever heard of, and he's about to do it from a prison phone, or at least attempt to do it.
That's a parallel between Bowerman, somebody that bows is going to be this is on the ground. I will be on the ground on the first floor, or something like that. And so that's an indication, an affirmation that somebody is bowing on the ground on the first floor. That's an
It does not follow. I'm just saying.
Indication of a lowness, and so he's going to be bowing. Bowerman's going to be bowing before me when I'm universally and ubiquitously. Right?
No. Dr. Bowerman is going to be saying Steve is floridly psychotic and should under no circumstances be released until there is resolution of his florid symptoms and grotesque grandiosity.
You know what I think's going to happen, Doc? I think in 20 or 30 years, Dr. Bowerman's going to be sitting around one day really old, and he's going to look back and say, I wonder whatever happened to that fucking guy. That guy was weird.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be the last time anyone ever thinks about Steven, ever.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's how it goes out.
And so, if anybody else wants to try to, argue with me or try to fight me, you are going to lose. You're going to be shamed. And so, this is a little heads up. Use these so-called authority figures that
Thank you, Robin.
They have authority over me if I were just a normal prisoner, but I'm not. I'm the Lord. Use them as examples, not what not to do. Don't tempt me.
Michael, can I be a bitch for a moment?
Be my guest.
Okay.
Be my bitch. Or no, that came out wrong. Be my guest.
No, that's fine. Everyone in the audience understands. Stephen, you're challenging people to fight you and challenge you. I'm in a penthouse in Switzerland. Where are you right now?
He's in a hole in the ground.
Yeah. Being legally medicated for a second offense that the first one got you 36 months inside. Stephen, if there's any fight, you already lost it.
Yeah. He lost by a long shot. It was, in fact, it was like in Street Fighter. It was, when you get it perfect, when the other person doesn't land a single blow, but you knock them out anyway. It was like a flawless victory against Steven.
Yeah. So, you know what? If it keeps you happy and it keeps you off the streets, keep thinking that you're Jesus and that you won something at any time. But ask yourself, when will you next see your kids? And the answer would be, it's never going to happen. So you lost that fight.
To be fair, his kids could show up to the prison one day and say, why did you fucking do this? Why did you do this to me, Steven? Why did you ruin my life by being such a piece of shit father who deserted us at such a young age? Maybe something like that'll happen to Steven one day.
I hope it's more like, we're really sorry for you, but thanks for giving us the seed of life.
Yeah.
You didn't ruin our lives.
That's true.
Despite your best attempts.
Actually, their lives would be ruined had he actually stuck around. So he did them a favor by fucking off.
Kinda, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing. Are we getting too dark? Should we go to some donkey rape story or something?
No. We have to make it to the part where he asked the army of rapists and child molesters to join him.
Ah, yeah, those people who are definitely not ever friends of the show.
Oh, and then we have more psych ward, but it's from Richard Doyle, so it'll be like a comedy routine.
Test me. Don't try me, because I will judge you. I'm here to bring judgment to the world, and you will fear me, or you will be incarcerated. I also talked about how Dubois and that little genital bitch is going to be, they're going to be incarcerated when I'm in authority as well. They're going to take place.
Yeah, Stephen, incarcerate me because I've got your judgment right here, you fat bitch.
Yeah, he always threatens he's going to incarcerate us and have us thrown in prison. It's like, God, how is the irony lost on you? How is it It makes no sense that he doesn't see the irony.
Let's get to the fucking rapist.
Yeah, Steven.
So I'm done with this insane babble.
It should be any second now. Let's just do a full throttle stop till he gets to it.
Swap. So those who are on the outside who refuse to take my seal are going to come into prison, and those in prison who do take my seal on their forehead, real large, just where the bottom part of the seal has the name Steve at the bottom. That's Revelation 14:1, where they should wear my name on their forehead. They will be free. It doesn't matter what they did. You know, they could be rapists, they could be child molesters. As long as they have my seal, they're made new creations. Because
there we go. No, we made it, Doc. It wasn't.
I think we did. Amos, what do you think about this bullshit? Because, you know, Michael and I have a pretty constant view about things. You're coming from a different culture, a different place and time, a different state of incarceration. What's your view of this bullshit?
Now, I love the idea that he wants these rapists and the pedophiles. So you know what? Especially the pedophiles. Now, I'm gonna make sure that you ain't got none in here.
Yeah, take care. Take them all out.
Oh, they're gonna be gone before he even has a chance to look at them.
I loved it when he's all of the criminals coming in, the rapists, the child molesters. Like, why are those how about the people convicted of petty larceny? Or like mugging. Why do you go straight to the most disgusting people you can?
I would go for the pot possession and dealing people.
Drug dealers.
Yeah, the sort of halfway lunatic people who have made a bad mistake in their life.
God, if Jeffrey Dahmer came in, he'd be trying to recruit Jeff Dahmer, man.
I want the cannibals. And
I want the people who have eaten children. God, Steven's horrible.
He attracts what he is. That's why
true.
He wants them.
You shall know them by their fruits, as Mario said. Hey, we're working on getting Mario to you. If we can't get Steven, would you settle for Mario?
I guess I'll settle for him, but I won't be some of that Steven.
What if we give you both?
Then that'll be a happy Christmas for us.
Christmas sounds about right, honestly.
Yeah, dude. Christmas sounds about right, and Santa will be coming. He will empty his sacks for you, Amos.
He's got plenty of milk and cookies.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, half the audience is vomiting, so I guess we should move along.
Yeah, Amos, we love you very much. Expect some commissary gratuity.
We have Mario dick pics if you want some of those. Maybe some butthole pics in there, too.
That will definitely make my day, gentlemen. I appreciate it. Y'all know I love the show.
Doc, can you get him those butthole pics when we get him the extra commissary?
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Slip them in the ramen.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure they're scrimp flavored.
Okay, and hey, we'll throw in some of his Godly Bros pics, too.
Oh, yeah. Some of those boys, I mean, they made me want to reconsider my love of women for a moment or two.
He likes them twinks. I don't know what it is, but he loves him some twinks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? They made me reconsider being gay. I kind of am disgusted to be gay now that I know that the Godly Bros and Mario are all gay. But
be happy with who you are. I love you. Even though you're gay, you can be the bestest friends in here. And trust me, me and you can get real close.
Oh, yeah. Good job. That's, you're just my type, Big Amos. So.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, let's move along to a happier psych ward patient. This guy talks about eating children as well, but it's in a more lighthearted way.
Yeah, let's lighten the mood. And many thanks to Big Amos. We know how hard it is for him to get phone access. So yeah, lightening the mood. Here we go.
All righty.
How much scars we have?
I gotta check.
Oh, for 500?
Field Officer Doyle. So he's in the psych ward because he's a field officer, Doc.
Yeah. Michael, who is this man? Introduce him to the newcomers to the audience.
It's, well, I'll keep it brief. He thinks that babies are being harvested from hospitals to be put into food. He thinks that he killed Mike Tyson's cousin in self-defense in a fist fight. Mm-hmm. He also thinks that he's going to host the new version of America's Most Wanted. So.
That's right. Yep. And he challenged us to a fight for shitloads of dollars, and he hasn't been punched in the head 12,000 times in the last 6 months.
Doc, I would say in our own way, we won the fight, and we didn't have to pay a penny.
Yeah, it's funny how that happens, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So he's in deep cover like a presumably ninja.
Yeah. He's in there to gather intel. He's like the Edward Snowden of psychotic morons.
Yeah, exactly.
Haven't checked.
Great haircut.
Subscribers are thinking they're going, and our hits are going up, right?
The
More playback.
There's no way the staff is aware. Do you think the staff would be aware that this is going on and knows about his YouTube channel and stuff? Because they wouldn't allow this. This would feed his delusions.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Seems like they're hiding the camera, right?
I mean, it's something that the staff would have a hard time saying, no, you absolutely must not do this, but it's certainly in that grey area, and I would doubt very much, like the Brian Chew abusing medical professionals in the hallway kind of thing.
Do you think that Master Lukey is going to get himself thrown in there?
I do hope so, but Master Lukey still has the grooming thing, and if you're relatively well groomed, you tend not to be thrown into the booby hatch. But if your best friend is someone who goes by Master Lukey,
yeah, and that's how he introduces himself. Oh, hi, I'm Master Lukey.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think that he could get thrown in, though, because he could just roundhouse kick all those people and then escape. And he could probably break Richard out of there, too.
He's a demon with the nunchucks, I hear.
There's a lot more playbacks, right? Like 400, a few hundred playbacks. There's a
I gotta check. I haven't
What's
looked.
going on here is getting our show very popular.
Okay.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen of the audience, set your coherence meters at this point for the next 10 to 15 seconds as we allow this to progress. What level of coherence in percentage are you picking up on those meters?
Let's find out.
To talk to his doctors.
Okay.
I did get in case they from you out. I have a backup plan. I had my brother he's a what do you call it? He's a Mexican. The only thing is I got him involved, and I got
His brother's a Mexican?
I'm getting Mexican involved, and I'm getting nothing else coherent. So that's like a 2% coherence level at this point. But, you know, who knows? Maybe it'll improve.
I think I know what's going on. They're talking about, he said, a few hundred playbacks. So they're talking about the YouTube channel. So Master Lukey seems to think that while he's in the ward, it's all going to blow up. So he's got another delusion. You know what? He's got the same delusion as Steven. He's got grandiose psychotic disorder, or whatever the fuck it's called. Delusional disorder.
Yeah, precisely, Michael.
Oh, it always leads to the same place too, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it's funny that they're all kind of time bombs waiting to go off and explode all over the public in a way that the public generally don't like. But, you know, this guy's locked up. Steve's locked up. Outstanding.
We only have 10 million more people out there running around doing this crap.
Hey, one at a time.
That's true.
You take it one at a time.
That's the only way to do it.
Lee's name, and I want to clear everything. I want to prove that him and I weren't criminals, and the psych system did this. So I put us out there. I gave his real name. You know the Sid Barrett story. You know when it came out about him, Khrushchev. You know that story? In the news, he did. Anyway.
I'm gathering that he committed a crime, and that's why he was thrown in there.
Yeah, I'm gathering that none of this really makes sense in a literary or narrative perspective. But yeah, there's some dark shit going on. Let's find out more.
Yeah, because he's saying something like he wants to use it as evidence to prove that he didn't commit the crime that he's in there for.
Yeah, but it could be anything. You know, maybe he thinks he burned down the Hindenburg or some shit.
I mean, we did frame him, so...
It wasn't art.
It's out there, and we got a
Happy
Thank
Easter.
you, Wizard Green-Sea.
lawsuit again. They got a suit against us, the psych system. We got a countersuit against them for this. And I put you out there. I put your name out there. So, Lukumo. Everybody's going to know Lukumo.
Don't they know we have a camera right up there in the vent watching them try to hide the phone?
Yeah, it's pathetic.
Yeah.
You know what? One thing I'm really grateful for, and this is a personal thing. When I was a psychiatric patient, I'm really glad that nobody recorded and broadcasted it to YouTube because I was unwell.
Right. Well, Master Lukey's also unwell, so he really does. He's not like, just exploiting it. Like, he legit believes the HOSPITALGATE shit. These two both need to be in there, honestly. Well, I don't.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, my partner, equivalent to Master Lukey, given the weirdness that we've discussed at length, came in and said, "Are you talking to the psychiatrist and being honest and taking your meds and doing what you need to do to get better?" And I said, "Yes, darling, of course I'm doing that because I want to get better." In the meantime, Master Lukey is coming here, giving this guy a hand job and talking about massive conspiracies. I don't think you're helping, Master Lukey. If you love this man, as we know you do better for him.
But Doc, he doesn't want to take his meds because that's what they harvest the babies for, to put baby parts in the meds. Just to trick people into eating dead babies, because that's, for some reason, that's like what Satan does.
Yeah, I'm really craving Jolly Ranchers right now.
We're coming out with new baby-flavored popsicles this summer as well.
Yeah.
So, anyway, let's continue.
I'm going to add more to it when you tell me you're a fighter. All right. Yeah. And our show, look for that. There's a reason why our shows do. You're just doing good, right? There's a reason for it. It's this. I took everything. Everything, Miss. Okay, everything. I come out of here. We're rich.
When are you getting out?
It's going to be I told the president that I needed to invest.
Totally incoherent. Do you want to skip to anywhere, or do you want to skip it entirely?
I don't know if this is going to get any better.
I don't think it will.
I've got an average of 1.82% coherence.
I know.
From the audience poll.
There's some story here, but we're not going to put it together from this.
No, I'm getting absolutely nothing. This is where I would sit back and go into a sort of semi-hypnotic state and wait for the psychotic revelation to come out. But this is like an 18-minute video. 12.
Yeah, it's 32 minutes.
Oh, for fuck's sake. No, I think we move along because we've got more and better.
We do. We spent enough time in the psych ward for one episode.
Well, yeah, there's the update from the psych ward. One flew over the cuckoo's nest now with 2 guests.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll be adding soon.
Mm-hmm.
Doc, Gman has challenged you.
Oh, yeah, I shit my pants.
Are you going to put up with this from a gibbering dipshit like Gman?
Well, why don't we find out and get a third-party perspective? Michael, you know me quite well.
I know, we killed a lot of people together.
Yes, we did. We ate a lot of babies together and we sacrificed and, well...
Remember when we went on that people hunt last autumn?
Oh, God, it was beautiful. It was beautiful, and you're a fine shot for a gay man.
That one swam halfway off they almost got to the other fucking side.
Yeah, almost. But not quite.
That's right. The sharks got him.
Why don't we find out what Gman has to say, and I'll decide whether I'm going to be nice.
All right, let's do it.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to GTV. I'm Gman, your host. Wow, I haven't been on this channel in a little bit. I've been busy with my main channel. I even did something on Mark by God a couple of times and didn't do nothing on this particular YouTube channel, on this particular channel. Well, I've been thinking about some things, looking at my recent success with debating negation of P.
Yeah.
And
what's that all about, Doc?
Yeah, that success didn't happen. But G-Man considers any conversation that he gets out of breathing as a victory. So, yeah, that was really, really sad. Someone who's an actual professor in this subject spent the time discussing an intellectually complex subject with G-Man. So he won because he's still breathing, basically.
What did they debate about?
I don't even remember.
I'm sure it was horrible. G-Man usually sucks at everything.
Yeah, G-Man is actually upset because myself and Mel have said that we want nothing to do with him other than pointing out how he's toxic, disingenuous.
He's been offered money to debate like and come on before, but he just never would do it, right?
Yeah, he's been offered money here, but he won't do it. I offered him financial assistance during his time of being homeless when he was melting snow to survive, and I get nothing but...
When he lived in the traffic barrel?
That was exactly that time. It was very sad. Shani for Christ.
Is she still renting to him?
No, he's out and elsewhere.
I see. You wouldn't call the Antichrist the son of perdition, and so she had to kick him right out, huh?
Yeah, that's right. So rather than hear me talk in a rational way about an irrational person, let's let him do it for himself.
I figure that I throw a challenge out there again to give the atheists an opportunity, not just the atheists, evolutionists just in general, an opportunity to, sort of redeem themselves and properly prepare for a debate against me. And this time I'm going to put this challenge out there to Doc Savage or Scientist Mel, or even we can do a 2-against-1. I don't have a problem with that because I would never challenge two people with that education level to something I don't know nothing about. Because if I did, I'll be the first one to tell you I'm going to get destroyed. But because I believe we're working on equal footing, and because I believe, actually, I might actually know a little bit more.
Yes.
A short interjection, equal footing. I don't want to do a fallacy of, pleading to authority, but equal footing means equal footing. So,
are you sure about that?
I would think that those two terms kind of measure up.
You don't got no proof.
Without being a cunt about it.
Yeah.
One of us has an undergraduate, master's, and doctorate, and 25 years experience in the subjects he's talking about as a professional in that area. And one of us has maybe a GED. So equal.
You're giving him too much credit. I don't think he has a GED.
I'm doing the best that I can, but okay, well, let's start from this premise that Gman and myself have an entirely equal footing in this area.
Okay. You want to start there, or?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's give him that.
Okay. Gman, this is the most credit you'll ever be given in life, so don't waste it, okay, buddy?
More about this than they do, but I'm not that confident about that since we know Doc Savage is we know a little bit about his background, and Scientist Mel does have 4 degrees. It's a little intimidating when we're talking about topics like this. But anyway, this is the challenge.
I can't believe the guy who knows absolutely jack shit about anything would be intimidated by debating scientists and people with fucking multiple degrees.
Yeah, I mean, who would have thunk it? But I have to give him credit.
Oh, well, I would say you should stop doing that.
Yeah, I should probably stop doing that.
Scientist Mel, let's start off with you. And actually, Doc Savage, you can throw you in this too.
Okay.
I am interested in having a debate with one of you or 2 of you at the same time on the topic.
Are you guys going to hit him from both ends, huh?
Yeah, it's going to be MMF.
Who's taking the front? Who's taking the back?
Yeah, Gman knows at this point, of course, that both Mel and myself have stated publicly and repeatedly that we want, and I quote, nothing to do with him. So he's jousting at windmills here.
Do you think he feels empowered to joust at you because he assumes that you won't debate him now? So he thinks that he can go, look, they're not debating me.
Yes, exactly. Correct, Michael. Perfectly done.
Of cancer. Are the alternatives that I speak about on this channel good alternatives to chemotherapy?
Okay.
All right.
Brief pause. Gman doesn't understand anything about oncology or biopharmaceuticals or pharmaceuticals in general. He makes no distinction between chemotherapy, immunotherapy, radiotherapy, and or whole cell T-cell patient-specific therapy, because at best he has a GED rather than more than half a life's experience at the upper end of this industry.
But he knows the Bible.
He does. And well, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, selectively.
I want to do the B17 argument, diet and exercise and things like that versus chemotherapy. I would like to debate one of you or both of you at the same time on this particular topic, because I noticed...
You know what? Doc won't debate him, but I'll debate you, G-Man.
Yeah.
Trust me, it'll be fun.
Yeah, I think that would be better, actually.
I'll have a thing in my ear so you can tell me what to say, Doc.
Yeah, by the way, B17 isn't a vitamin. B17 is a compound that when ingested orally, releases cyanide, which is a non-specific toxin for any cell undergoing oxidative phosphorylation. It's generally not a good thing to ingest such things, but G-Man doesn't understand this at all.
Doc, cyanide does have its uses, though. I mean, don't talk like it's all bad.
Yeah, you can bleach your gold with cyanide, and, you know, yeah, it's got some...
Take out your enemies?
Yeah, generally speaking, don't ingest it, especially not from an unregulated product that has an indeterminate amount of said cyanide present therein.
And if you put it in the food, make sure you don't forget and eat the food, you fucking idiot. God. I did that once. Had to go to the hospital.
Yeah, but truthfully, Mike, I doubt very much that people with health conditions are going to G-Man to get advice, given that, well, you know, he's got this recurrent UTI thing going on. Or rather, you know, he's got flu and it makes it hurt when he pees.
You should get that looked at, G-Man. There's all kinds of modern miracles. I mean, maybe he's waiting for God to clear up his clap. Clap on.
That some of these people seem to thrive a little bit better when they got help in the room with them. So if Mel's in the room with Doc, maybe Doc can work with her weaknesses and, you know, vice versa and whatnot. And they can help each other, because Doc Savage does say a lot of things.
So you guys need each other to take on G-Man, right?
Yeah, G-Man. Here's a news flash for you. Mel doesn't need my help to be powerful, well-informed, intelligent, and forthright in her opinions. Have you seen any of her videos? Or is this just a thing that you're trying to do, this divide and conquer, that Mel needs my help because I have testicles for some reason to overcome a moron like you?
Doc, I think that you're sounding a little scared.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get to why I won't engage G-Man directly towards the end of this video, but we need to hear this guy do his thing, because it's fascinating.
Just not true when he's talking to me. Doc's from another country, Mel's from here, so they should work pretty well with each other. So that's challenge number one.
How does that make any sense? I'm from another country, she's from here, therefore we're simpatico immediately. You fucking dipshit.
Well, the real reason you work well together is because you're both secretly members of the Illuminati.
Well, yeah.
And we share a mind link. So
Yeah, I'm from Scotland. I've lived in America and Canada and France and Italy and France and Iceland and now Switzerland. Explain the relevance of any of this to anything.
Doc, do you want to hear me Scottish accent for the rest of the show?
No, it would make me... Well, actually, from you, it's kind of good.
Yeah,
but I think,
you like it? Aye, lad.
Amos, and wait a second, I got a message from Amos here. Hang on.
Aye? I don't know how Scottish people talk.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah? I mean,
Amos is at the point of sodomizing 2 new fish based on your Scottish accent.
Oh, sexy lad. Hope they're fine lads.
Oh, Jesus. Well, the first one is... I don't know about the second. He's struggling a bit, but okay.
Do it. Yeah. Or not.
Yeah, more G-Man.
You don't feel comfortable talking about cancer because you don't think you know anything about the topic. If Mel or Doc Savage would like to engage in a one-on-one debate on vaccines, you say, I'm getting ready to start a pretty aggressive campaign.
Yeah, vaccines. Okay, Come on, Rocky. Let's go. Let's talk about those.
I wonder what his opinion on vaccines are.
Yeah, I've been making them, designing them, generating patents, and helping people live longer, happier, healthier lives for many, many years. So let's see what Gman has to say on the subject.
Doc, do you work with the aliens directly to implant the nanotech into the vaccines, or is that outsourced?
It's outsourced via the space monkeys at CERN.
Okay. Good.
Pain against vaccines on this YouTube channel, and I mean aggressive. I've really been looking into this topic. Of course, my enemies will say I watch a lot of videos, but we'll see about that. I want to really debate somebody who's knowledgeable about this. I mean, Mel has 4 degrees.
Has he ever won a debate?
Everyone that he's ever been involved with.
Oh, okay. So he usually wins then.
Yeah. And Mel has 4 degrees. That's great. I've been building and doing vaccine stuff for most of my life. Let's see what G-Man, living in a storage unit, has to say about this.
She has 4 of them. And I mean, the stuff that she must know about the cancer issue and the vaccines must be very vast. And maybe I'll learn something from it. And as well as Doc said,
you could also try to open a fucking book if you want to learn something. That would also help.
Yeah, there's that too. Yeah.
Well, he can't read though, right? Didn't we learn he was dyslexic in a previous episode?
I think dyslexic is overstating it. I think illiterate is closer to the mark.
Distorted.
It's funny, you know, G-Man goes after Mel about vaccines when he knows that that's my field.
Why? Well, that's so he can point out her weaknesses and you can all complement each other's weaknesses.
Yeah. And, you know, again, Mel and I have both said repeatedly that we won't deal with this guy. We want nothing to do with him because he's toxic, vindictive, dishonest, and frankly, he has a disability.
Well, is there does he get exciting at anywhere, or is
Yeah, why don't you skip on to about 3/4 through, because I think he gets a little bit more animated before his adrenaline runs down.
All right, here we go.
Argue with me. You're going to claim your ears are hurting. You're going to want me to come to your channels. Remember, I made an invitation for these guys to debate me before.
Oh, yeah, he sets out all kinds of rules about where it can happen and who's going to do it. Yeah, go back to about halfway, I think. Sorry.
No problem. I made an invitation. He has had so many fucking invitations that he ignored.
Yeah.
He's offered money.
Drag has done 3, I think, or at least 2 open invitations where he's been like, yeah, sure, come on. And G-Man made an immediate hot-blooded response that he, of course, immediately deleted, where he was just like, no, I'm taking my ball and I'm going home.
I know that typically his response after saying he wants to debate someone and then being challenged is to pussy away. So... is pussy away a term? It's not, is it?
Well, let's make it a term.
Okay.
Which is going to be I don't have a degree. I'm not worth their time. I want you guys to hear this now. I don't have a degree. I'm not worth their time. And that's about it. They're going to boast and brag about how important they are. They're going to boast and brag about just like how busy they are and how educated they are. And that's going to be their number one excuse for not wanting to debate me on this topic.
Oh, so if you, Doc, also, if you don't debate a street corner preacher who's yelling that the end is nigh, then they win by default because you didn't engage.
Yeah, exactly. And I teach all kinds of stuff to all kinds of people, most of whom don't have any kind of degree. So, the reasons that G-Man doesn't mention is that he's toxic, vindictive, a backstabber, dishonest.
Literally toxic. He has chlamydia.
I judge this based on his YouTube presence only. and by the friends that he gathers around him, like Shani, like Brett Keane, like Nephilim Free, and like True Empiricism, and like Tommy Hall. So, G-Man, you don't have any grasp of the concept of immunology, vaccines, biotech, what it takes to...
General math.
Yeah, the whole thing. And, to show my hand, the reason I don't engage you on these issues is because you're very far from even being close to having those conversations.
I know. It's like having a conversation about rocket science with a 3-year-old.
Yeah. It's like when I engage with a 6-year-old kid that I helped to raise, I don't box him competitively because I outweigh him by 300%. And I'm 40 years older. The reason is, if you work every day for the rest of your life to try and grasp the concepts that I've offered to teach you and you have rejected, you would almost be at the point of being able to engage me today, but you're not. So look up the concept of pigeon chess, and perhaps we can have a conversation.
Well, let's let him continue.
There's a problem with that, ladies and gents, though. There's a big problem with that. And let me get into this. I just got finished debating somebody who's a college professor, and you see what happened to this college professor. Your education ain't got nothing to do with whether or not you want to debate me on this topic. In some cases, I believe I know more about this than both of them.
Wait, do you hear that, Doc?
Yeah, I hear it. What could possibly be? Are you getting a phone call?
Hello? Hello? Who's this? Hello? Of course, I'm not clicked on. Hello?
It's a goddamn present phones again.
Oh, did you hear?
Wait a minute. Hold on a minute.
Oh, this is G-Man. Is this
He's
G-Man?
calling in.
My name is
Jesus,
G-Man.
he's calling in. That's great, man.
Is this G-Man?
My name is Gman.
Oh, hello, G-Man. How's it going? What are you up to?
And they know I'm making waves and I'm making noise here on the internet.
That doesn't
Wow.
follow. Who's he talking to, dog?
Well, he's certainly making waves.
Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. The fool has said in his heart that there is no God. I will say this again. The fool has said in his heart that there is no God.
Oh, he's
Doc-
talking to me. He's obviously talking
Yeah.
to me.
Doc, what do you have to say to that? You can speak
Kiss
to him
my-
directly.
Kiss my ass and shampoo my balls.
You hypocrite. You can't do that.
Yeah, I
can't do
can,
that.
and I mean it.
What is your basis for morality?
My basis for morality is a subjective decision based on the likely outcome of my response to a given situation.
What?
Yep, that's right. It's subjective, Thou shalt not kill is generally speaking good advice until you're protecting your 80-year-old mother from the threats of Lord Stephen Christ.
I don't believe you.
Well, fuck you.
You're suppressing the truth and unrighteousness.
Well, yeah, I guess so, based on
You don't got
your...
no proof. Only you know that my God exists. My name is G-Man.
I guess, kind of.
That is a lie from the pit of hell.
Well, that's
Doc,
what...
you'd be a liar.
I don't live in the pit of hell. I live in a beautiful penthouse in Basel in Switzerland.
You are a pathological liar. Liar! Liar!
Pants on fire!
What is your basis for morality?
Well, I've already answered that.
You don't have a basis for your morality.
Your IQ is 85.
Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. What? You will be reported to YouTube. You will be reported to YouTube.
I've lost many channels. I don't give a shit.
My 10,000 subscribers.
The atheist community.
Okay, now I'm just clicking on shit. I don't even know what... Oh, there's more here. Here's noises. You want to hear some noises?
Yeah, definitely.
Try not repent! Try not repent! Try not repent!
Did he ever repent?
No, I don't think so. But, I have faith.
He's got some impressions of Dragnoct.
When you listen to Dragnut, it's like, Beavis, I am Cornelio.
Okay.
I'm telling my mommy.
Yeah.
How stupid can this guy be?
I don't know. Hey, Doc.
Yeah.
Give me your address.
Okay. 58 Baltic. No, maybe not.
Yeah, don't do that.
For first of all, for cyberbullying me.
I want to debate you so bad it's not even funny. I am salivating at the opportunity.
Wow.
Ask him about DNA and what it's made of.
Gman. Oh wait, Gman. What is DNA made of? I don't know what to click on. Here's
If you challenge Mel, she picks up a little skirt and go and runs away like a little. Well, she is a girl, actually. My bad.
He sounds really mature.
Yeah, let's do some of the name dropping stuff.
You're going to jail. Dragnet. Alfred.
Steve McRae or McRae or whatever the heck he wants to call himself.
The amazing atheist.
Okay, this is boring.
Yeah, I'm really sad that I don't have a name dropping thing there. I think we should help him out with that.
This is probably pretty old.
Because true empiricists have taught me everything I know about hydraulics.
Yeah, hydraulics. He was talking about hydrolysis, which is definitely not the same thing.
You can't beat me in fighting. You can't beat me in chemistry. You can't beat me in biology. You can't even walk better than me. You can't outrun me. Dude, you can't even out-talk me.
I'll give him one of those. I probably couldn't outrun him, but all the rest of them, not so much.
Oh, I wish I had thought of this earlier. I could have used this to better effect. Now I can't do it again.
I thought we did well, and we've kind of addressed the point that the reason I won't engage with Gman is because he's a toxic,
Gman's a thief and a liar and shouldn't be listened to.
Ingrate moron.
Gman's a thief and a liar and shouldn't be listened to.
Well, yeah, there it is. There it is, precisely.
All right, let's move along, Doc. Or we'll get stuck in this click hole and just clicking on all this.
I am not calling her a whore. The theory of evolution consists of me putting on a Superman cape and jumping off the Empire State Building.
Yeah, no.
These 20, 30, 40-year-old men-childs and women-childs in my live chat.
Ooh.
Well, a male is someone with a penis and a woman is someone with a vagina. I don't know how to be more blunt than that.
Okay, I'll stop. I gotta stop.
Yeah, stop doing it. Vaginas. Anyone with a vagina, raise your hands.
Half the audience bailed. All right, so let's move along. Doc, what do you want to do next? We've got so much. We've got Snake Diet Guy yelling at fat people. I want to cover him at some point. We've got targeted individuals. Brian 2, we know we want to cover him. Yogi Zen's still alive. I don't think people know that, but he is.
I'm feeling Melinda.
Melinda. Oh, yeah, we have some stuff to cover from her. All right, let me go ahead and pull up. Melinda has responded to us.
Yeah, she's our biggest fan, and it's a beautiful thing. I'm so glad that Melinda's actually reaching out to us in real time.
I knew we could get her if we just kept poking.
Yeah, she's displaying the wonder of her psychic abilities, which are, breathtaking, Michael. Don't you agree?
They're amazing. Mm-hmm. And by the way, she edited this response, but I'm going to read you the unedited version. I don't know what the edited version says. But if you guys want to go compare, you can see where she lies and changes her story. So pulling it up.
Yeah, previously, Melinda has engaged in a fifth-dimensional ghost fight with her former dead boyfriend's new ghost supermodel lover.
Ghost gangbang rape.
And this is a huge point of contention for her, apparently.
She's very upset that she's been called out on it, but whatever. Who gives a shit, right?
You're a terrible person, Michael.
Everyone already knew that. What am I doing? What's moving? It's not what I thought. Okay, whatever. Let's get into it. Melinda Lyons. This is Last Frontier Medium. We've covered her plenty of times, so I'm not going to go over her again.
She's great with makeup. She's really talented with the makeup.
Test. I'm getting like a slight echo.
Mm-hmm.
Test. Okay, I'm not hearing it now. All right, well, no, it's back now. Oh, well, I'll just keep going. Okay, I will only say this. Nearly all of your information is incorrect. And this, she's responding to our videos about her and her ghost boyfriend. Chad and I were friends for a year, not for a few months. And I did know he died, but needed to make sure it wasn't true. So I spoke to his sister, who friended me on Facebook, and she confirmed it when I felt like something was wrong. So I don't know if Laura Catherine or any of the people who know about her are in the chat, but if anybody wants to correct some of this crap, I don't know if what she's saying is actually true or not, but I doubt that it is, considering she's a fucking narcissistic liar who tells people that she has magical superpowers and is able to, talk to dead people and tear their souls apart. So I doubt she's telling the truth, but...
Yeah, I mean, what we're talking about is stalking from beyond the grave to break it down.
And defaming a dead man who can't fight back.
Yeah, I'm happy to give her that she was completely soulmates, twin flames with this guy on the regular plane. I'm happy with that. But the fact that the guy died,
right,
and cheated on her while dead, is kind of a step beyond for me.
Right. And, that's something... What is she even... I just want you to know it was incorrect. We were friends for a year. Even if that was fucking true, did you not graphically describe having him gang raped by demons from beyond the grave? Are you saying that that's reasonable because you knew him for longer than we stated in the video? You're a fucking dipshit, honestly. You're a psychopathic idiot.
Yeah, Michael, I've known you for 3 years, but if you tragically die tomorrow and I say that I'm having you gang raped by demons...
It'll probably be correct.
Yeah, I mean, for you, it would probably be a fun thing, But
yeah, I do that nightly anyway when I go to sleep.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's a leap from an association, maybe a friendship or a romantic exploration to, I'm fucking you in the afterlife.
Right. She's not even channeling him to say, he says that all is fine in the world beyond and all is light and love. No, she's like channeling him to have him fucking gang raped by demons that torture him over and over again. So you are insane. If you're watching, which I think you probably are at this point. So you should know that.
Yeah. You're a sick, twisted, mentally ill person. Stop scamming people for money. You don't have psychic powers.
She says here, I never stalked Chad, nor his family, nor his friends. Well, I'm pretty sure they demanded you take those fucking videos off the internet, which is why you did it, right? So they didn't do that for no reason, you freak.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? If my beloved life partner passed over into a different realm where I could have no contact, and she said, I've been approached by this gorgeous supermodel who treats me well and we have wonderful sex, I'd be like, darling, go for it.
I know, you won't.
I love you. I can't help you. Live the best afterlife that you can with my blessings, and I'll hold you dearly in my heart. Wouldn't you do that for someone that you loved?
I would. I can't imagine finding myself ever in that situation. So, it has never occurred to me.
I mean, as a
gang rape them with demons.
Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't go that far. You might be, I hope your net shits a hedgehog, but gang rape by demons. Come on.
You know what? There's a really creepy implication here, and that's that she was fantasizing about sexing with this dead guy for like years. This went on for a while after he was dead. Yeah. And so let me ask, do you think that she believes, so you're dead, Doc, right? Let's say you're him and you're dead.
I've been dead several times, but yeah, let's go with that.
Okay. You're in between deaths. But let's say you're him and you're dead. You're not even allowed to get off unless she wants to flick her bean. That's fucked up.
That's astral rape.
It is. It's a form.
It really is.
So anyway, that is a complete lie. Chad contacted me and would text me and call me frequently asking for psychic readings regularly, and I'd do what I could to help. I could never call him because at the time I didn't have long distance. So he would call me.
Yeah, sure. With all your psychic powers, you couldn't work out how to get fucking long distance at 10 cents a minute? For fuck's sake.
Why did they talk on the phone at all? If she's psychic, couldn't they just talk in their minds? So anyway,
I would have given you a psychic reading, but I needed gas money.
And so he would call me sometimes, even late nights, and we would chat on the phone for hours. He spoke very highly to me and to his family and friends for that same year. I bet he had no idea that one day you would be having his soul gang raped by demons and then ripped to shreds. I bet he didn't know that when he was talking to you back then. What do you think, Doc?
I'm doing a rudimentary analysis of text and linguistic style, and I'm getting sort of 6th grade top end here.
Yeah. What does your psychic intuition say, though?
She snapped. Maybe when he died, but I think a long time before.
Yeah, this was another. It's a downward spiral, but you continue to repeat the same breakdowns. They just get different and more weirder and more extreme until you hit rock bottom. But anyway, continuing. The friends and Kelsey that are saying this negative side of me is complete bullshit because I have text messages to prove and have shown proof that his sister is also lying. So again, it's just fucking defaming this woman who just wants you to shut up about her fucking her tragically dead brother who drowned. You're still talking shit about her on a video where you get called out for talking shit about her. Let's see. Oh, and by the way, you can say that these people saying I'm a bad person are full of shit. We saw it with our own fucking eyes and heard it with our own ears. We showed the videos where you acted like a monster. So don't say that it's all hearsay when we all fucking saw it.
Yeah. This is accountability crawfishing your ass.
She is ridiculous.
Yeah, Melinda, as a general rule of thumb, so let's call it Doc Savage Rules for Living number 25. Anything you put on the internet, consider it public.
Forever.
Yeah.
So anyway, continuing, I never once stalked anyone, nor his friends or his family, and I never stalked Chad himself. If you had stalked him, it would be significantly less disturbing than what you did to him after he died. So.
Yeah, I mean, court records say otherwise. And if the gender roles were exchanged here and you were a big hairy guy stalking this little lady, what do you think would happen, darling?
I think that the double standard wouldn't apply to a man doing this to her. Well, who knows? If she was dead, you can say whatever you want about dead people, apparently now, so...
Yeah. Okay, let's hear more of her insane ramblings and see if any of it makes sense.
Well, this is really funny. She says, that's bullshit, and they wouldn't even have the evidence to prove it because they don't. Again, we showed the fucking evidence, you moron. We showed evidence that you're a psychotic lunatic, so if we're supposed to believe you were reasonable before and right after he died, even though you were clearly not reasonable by any stretch of the imagination for a very long time after publicly, then you're insane because nobody believes that you were normal all of the sudden you just started gang raping souls. That's not how it works.
Yeah, for anyone, and specifically and generally in dealing with conspiracy theories, ask how many insane things must be true in order for this premise to be accurate. So I can grant her everything that she claims in this realm of reality, but for her claims to be true, there has to be this gigantic cosmic porn party going on at her behest.
Right. And she can just cause demons to rape anyone she wants.
And we have to accept that because reasons, and she can use eyeliner or something. I really don't get it. There's a disconnect here. Melinda, why should we accept that you have magical powers?
Because she said so.
Oh, okay.
She's blonde. She must have magical powers. Not that she's a natural blonde, but...
Melinda, why should we accept that you're literate? I mean, there's maybe marginally more evidence for that.
It was a piece of shit book, but she did write it.
Yeah, this is the book that the fringe New Age store said, "Get the fuck out of here."
Yeah, and then she left a note calling the owner a dumb bitch. Yeah. So she wonders why nobody in the community wants to talk to her.
Yeah, but seriously, Melinda, I mean, having watched Cold Reading 101, I can do everything that you do way better than you do, and frankly, way better than you'll ever be able to do. So why should I believe that you have magical powers? Please answer this very simple question.
Well, she'll just say because she said so. But
okay.
The next part of this comment, I want Chad's sister to listen up, because I know that Melinda was told to remove all material concerning Chad or the communications between family members from the internet, or else she would face legal repercussions. And yet in this comment, which I have screenshotted here for you all to see, Melinda admits that she has not done that, and that on her Instagram account, there's still a number of private messages that she publicly displayed between the family members after having been told to remove them from the internet. So if the sister would like to go ahead and press legal action, now you have proof that she disobeyed that order. Okay, so there you go.
Yeah, disobeyed, willfully disobeyed, and flaunted said disobedience, which, you know what, says entitled little child. But you know what, Melinda? You're not a child, you're an adult, and you need to step up and do better. And you can go to Walmart and you can hand out those tiny little slices of sample pizza and feel good about it, rather than
society,
rather than manipulating vulnerable people in their time of grief.
So listen to this too. She says, she's only mad at me because of how I spoke of her brother after he departed. Well, who the fuck wouldn't be? You're insane. Though you don't speak ill of dead people you never met, much less tear their souls apart after having them gang raped by demons, and not expect that it'll piss their family members off, you idiot.
How dare they? Those people, how dare they have grief and emotions about their actual family member that they met regularly and loved, as the mandate for all of these emotions, right?
Right. Yeah, she should feel the most pain because she never got to be with him.
That's right.
Disgusting. You're a disgusting witch, okay, Melinda? You're not even a witch. You're a wannabe witch.
Melinda, you might, if you work really hard at it, turn into Christine Pavlina when you grow up.
Yeah, she's someone to look up to.
Yeah, you should.
So let's continuing. She says, the whole thing on the fifth dimension and him proposing to me after he died, yes, that is all completely true. So there you go, Chad's sister. Doing it again. She's doing it again, Chad's sister.
That's conclusive proof. All that fifth dimension stuff.
Let's do it.
Yeah. All the fifth dimension stuff and the ring and the marriage and things, that's all true because reasons, and I said so.
Yeah, we all believe it.
Yeah.
I never once believed for a moment that Chad and I were boyfriend and girlfriend when he was alive. I was busy dating other guys. You were hopefully none of them ever die. Did I love Chad? Absolutely. And I would express that to him from time to time, but I never once tried to push anything on him, which is why who gives a shit? Yeah. Let's get to the good stuff.
Yeah, straight man intervention. I'm going to translate as a straight man here. What that means is she came on to him and he told her to fuck off repeatedly.
Doc, I have terrible news.
You need to pee?
No, she has a twin sister.
I know, I read this and I wept, but I hope it's the good twin. I think the good twin might be someone that has value in the world.
Oh, she warned him on the life jacket situation. She warned him he was going to drown, Doc.
You know what? If you're going on a boat, wear a life jacket. That's not prophecy. That's just generally good advice.
She confirms that she told him he had to come back and tell her there's life after death and that he's her spirit guide and that he agreed. It's everything we accused you of. You're just saying it's true and then telling us not to say it. You're an idiot.
So wait a second. Does this mean that, any of the people in my life that have died, if I said, come back and tell me, and then I had a dream or a hallucination or some fantasy that they did, that means fifth dimension, right?
No, but it does mean if you took it that way that you're a gibbering fucking moonbat who needs to be forcibly medicated and taken off the streets of society.
Exactly correct. Let's read more of this. Well, I don't know. This may be a confession, but it's something.
Yeah, she's got something on her chest. Then he died doing exactly what I warned him of. She's a regular Nostradamus.
You know what? Every time I go scuba diving or shooting or driving or anything, my mum goes, please be careful, son, because you might die doing this.
Yeah, you should leave it at that.
Yeah, one day she might be correct.
Let's see here. The point you're drastically missing is Chad taught me of being aware of my psychic abilities and call often to practice to read him and to read people he mentioned to get better at my abilities. So you're admitting that you don't even know what the fuck you're doing? You don't have you have the ability to cold read. That's what she literally just fucking admitted to. God, she's so stupid, Doc.
Yeah, I mean, barely literate and potentially dangerous.
Are you psychic or not? What do you mean you had to practice to learn? Either you're psychic or you're not. You're just a bullshit artist if you're not a psychic.
Well, look, Chad intervened over Skype and activated her flame psychic abilities.
He believed in me, and that's why I said that, because he's the first person to inspire and encourage me to be a psychic in the first place. That's the point of twin flames, is to meet and help each other learn. And shut up! No one cares about your fucking psychopathic propaganda.
Hello, vulnerable partner. I'm going to tell you everything that you want to hear about yourself. You'll probably agree with me.
Here's a good part, Doc.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not crazy, and eventually you're going to feel utterly foolish when you realize just how wrong you are.
Oh, of course we are.
Life exists, and it's not. I'll stop. Go ahead.
Yeah. Anyone who says I'm not crazy, or I'm being completely honest with you here, or I'm not racist, you know what comes next, right?
Doc, how many times have people threatened us that we will feel utterly foolish? We will be drowning in shame. We will realize they were right the whole time.
You'll be
fucking last one of them.
You'll be sodomized by goblins and Delta Force, and it's all gonna happen any day now.
This is the FEMA camp argument. You're going to a FEMA camp. They're gonna put you on the list.
Mike, we've actually had 192 different threats of this type over a course of about 3 years. And guess how many of them have come to fruition in any sense at any time?
Well, one of them sort of came true for me, but, you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're not going to talk too much about that, but that's one.
That's the Enter's curse.
Thus far, 0.003% of all these threats of goblins and sodomy and things have come to pass. So we're not scared, Melinda. But, you know, maybe you're the true Messiah, the true apostle of all things true.
I like this part. The afterlife exists, and there's not something I can do about it now what videos I've made in the past. Well, first off, how do you know what I believe about the afterlife? Just because I'm making fun of you for being a fucking fraud doesn't mean that I don't believe in the afterlife. In fact, I don't ever tell people what my spiritual beliefs are in any serious way ever. So how the fuck would you know? She just assumes that I'm a fucking atheist.
Yep. They never ask, they always assume exactly what is the Faustian antagonist that they want, and none of them have ever asked me about shamanism or my beliefs. But, you know, we should listen to you because you're shrill and you can use makeup. So let's go. Let's go with the insight and the wisdom and the makeup tips.
She's about to do a guilt reversal on us, Doc.
Okay, I might shit my pants.
I deleted them out of respect for the family, but you bringing it up to the family is only resurfacing the damage I had caused. No, actually, I think that the family likes it when you get made fun of and exposed on the internet, you twat. So, just throwing that out there. But it's, you know, it's our fault. We're actually the ones that caused the damage to the family, not her, Doc.
Yeah, I feel guilty. I've been scamming retards for years.
Yeah, me too. Well, like, I don't feel guilty about that, though, but the murders are starting to get to me a little bit.
Yeah, some of the kittens come.
Yeah.
They come back to me, but other than that,
Sometimes they come back.
yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, let's get on with Walking Dead woman here.
I never meant to harm his family, not once, even though I specifically slandered multiple... Never mind. I'll continue. And I still feel terrible about sharing my truth of what I've experienced from dream experiences of his soul. He proposed to me after I was raped in 2017. Okay, thanks for sharing.
Too much information.
Yeah.
And, anyone who says any of this stuff, you need to be very cautious of.
Seriously. Especially considering her credibility is through the roof. His soul was trying to comfort me, but when he failed to realize I still needed much healing, he left and went with some other soul. Chad made many mistakes, but I've been teaching people for years that souls will continue and will continue to make mistakes on the other side, as I have here, as this very post is fucking proof of. Replying to us with this crap is yet another mistake you have made.
Oh yeah, a huge mistake in text, indelible forever. So the fantasy that you had about this guy that you never met after he died tragically is the essence of this. And, Melinda, I'm willing to give you all of this stuff in real life, but the projection post-mortem is where the real crazy begins.
It is just gross that she is still defending what she did to this dead person who, like, so far from what we can tell, never did one bad thing to her, ever. But she hallucinated after he died so that she could go take a shit on his grave.
Yep. But there are 4 screens of this. I mean, she didn't just say, why don't you piss off and stop talking about me?
Yeah, I'll try to speed through the rest so we can move along, because I know we want to do Brian too as well. To continue their journey of lessons and learning, no soul when they depart is all-knowing and all-powerful. They must go through the consequences of their mistakes. Hold on. Test? Okay, it's gone. And, you know what? Let's not read all of it. Let's see if there's anything good on number 4. Oh, here we go. The family has also gone to Teresa Caputo, who said the exact same thing as me about Chad, but they only see me as a monster. Just because you and a known hack like Teresa Caputo both use known cold reading skills to fuck with the family's head doesn't mean that either of you are correct. And by the way, you're both fucking monsters, okay? Now, I would say you're more of a monster than Teresa Caputo because, hell, she's got a career, and all you've got's an imitation of one. But what do you think, Doc? You think Teresa Caputo is a reliable psychic?
Let me give a short lesson on code reading 101. The first rule of this particular scam is to find out what the person you're interviewing wants to hear and then say it, and then say it again. So this woman could have come on and said anything, and Teresa Caputo would have gone, oh yeah, I'm getting a strong resonance and emanation from the other side. This is exactly the right thing. And that's it. And that's all. It's very easy to do. And again, Melinda, Michael and I can do this way better than you'll ever dream of.
I love that she name drops Teresa Caputo. It's like, you know, Adolf Hitler also agreed with my ideas. It's like, okay. That's not an argument in your defense, you fool.
Everyone with a vested interest in my ideas and my cosmogonic scheme and entire scam construct agrees with me. Congratulations.
All right, so let's see if there's anything else. I figured I'll just post my comment for you to realize eventually all you're doing is making the family relive what mistakes I've done through my channel. No, I don't think so. I think you're responsible for all of that, and I think I'm helping people to know that you're a fucking hack and a fraud so that when people search your name, they can find out exactly what kind of psycho you are. So I think the person that's being hurt by these videos is not the family, but you.
Yeah, we do this with all honor to the departed in the effort to respect his memory and to defame in all possible ways your scamming psychic hack.
So often, we're actually some of the only people who speak in the fucking defense of the dead when these vultures start circling. But anyway, I help people for free, and that's not a scam. Okay, that's bullshit because you actually don't help people for free. You fucking charge them. And you actually don't even list prices on your site. You gauge their stupidity to see how much you can get away with charging them when they email you. Sorry, Doc.
No, Michael, come on. We have to give credit where it's due. She certainly helps some people for free by talking to them on the phone, like you and I do. She just doesn't bill everyone, so that means it isn't a scam.
She says, all that I'm doing is hurting his family more by bringing up the past. At least get your facts straight. Okay, at least stop gang raping dead people's souls, you fucking psycho. Sorry if I got the time frame a little wrong. And the love and light part, that's a polite fuck you to you, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Well, love and light to you too, you dumb bitch.
So, briefly, for anyone joining us, the guy died. That's very sad. We're sorry about that. Apparently, after he died, he cheated with her with a supermodel, which, for any dead partner of mine, go ahead, have fun. And as a function of said post-mortem cheating, she fucking freaks out and defames the family, buys a ring and marries him in the afterlife.
And then rapes him with demon dicks.
Yeah, well, demon dicks. Mm-hmm.
But she's a totally stable person who you should trust for spiritual advice enough to give her money.
Indeed. Let's shall we do a little shanny for Christ?
Oh yeah,
let's
do shanny.
As a little amuse-bouche, here's something to show to your kids when they talk about drugs with you.
Yes, kids, don't do drugs. You'll end up like Shanny. Hold on.
We're jamming.
Oh, I know why.
We're jamming in the name of the Lord. We're jamming. I'm jamming and the drumming. Ooh.
This is a typical Trump supporter, everyone. By the way, just throwing that out there.
Yeah. This is what marginal wealth does with mental illness. And this is Shani's ramp up to smoking a joint containing 3 ounces of weed.
Oh, nice.
And, again, Michael, I wish I was making this up.
3 ounces is a lot of weed, bro.
In a fucking single hooter? I mean, for God's sake.
How's that possible?
It's 2.5 feet long, and I have the video downloaded. But this is her ramp up.
And this is 7:04 in the morning?
Oh, yeah. This is also, I mean, I have to say this as a human being. This day, 420, is her son's 12th birthday. And
is it really?
Yeah, it really is. And she really did announce it. And to celebrate, she's smoking 3 ounces of weed.
No birthday presents this year, son. Mommy needs 400 pounds of weed to smoke this weekend.
I mean, presumably she's all over the birthday celebration, the significance of this young man moving into his next year of life. Nope. Mummy's baked out of her fucking cake.
American taxpayers, this is what you're paying for.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy.
We're jamming, we're jamming, we're jamming, we're jamming, we're jamming, we're jamming, we're jamming.
I guess this is better than when she gets all suicidal and talks about how she wants everyone on Earth to die, forgetting that she has children about 4 feet away from her.
Yeah, that happens on Monday afternoon after. We know this. I mean, this is a diminishing cycle of nihilism wrapped up in psychedelia.
Yeah.
So Tuesday afternoon, folks.
It's coming.
Jamming, and I hope that you'll be jamming too.
By the way, I got a text from Bob Marley in the afterlife because we're close.
I'm about to sneeze, by the way. That's why I'm acting weird.
Yeah, Bob Marley says that Shani is a disgrace to stoners. She's getting a really good chemical that can cause peace and harmony and hunger and all kinds of good vibes. A really bad name by abusing the sanctity of weed.
Yeah, Shanny's the reason weed is still illegal in many states in this country, specifically cited in Supreme Court docs. So
That's right. Yeah.
Shanny versus, never mind.
We jamming, a jamming, a jamming, a jamming.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I would say. Never
Remember,
mind.
thick thighs saves lives. Hey
Yeah,
guys.
that's specifically true during the plane crash mountain snowdrift scenario.
That is true. Saved a lot of people up in those mountains.
Yeah, up in the Andes, all those rugby players' thick thighs saved a lot of lives. So, Shani, what lives are you saving, darling?
Doc, Shanny couldn't get on a plane. It wouldn't be able to go. It wouldn't be able to take off.
You know what? They bill me too much when my baggage is 5 pounds overweight, but Shani gets on a plane and it's the same price as me, and I'm beautiful. I look like a statue and she looks like a trash heap.
Oh no, she's beautiful, especially her 4,000 bendies populating her visage. So, can't see it in this video too well though.
What's up? Shiny for Christ here. And I want to get high.
What a shock.
You're already high.
Yeah, she's always high.
And eat a sausage McMuffin and drink some nice McDonald's coffee.
Do you think she went to get that herself, or do you think she sent her husband for that?
No, I think she called it in. And later on in this video, and we won't get to the detail, but she says that, yeah, I love my husband so much that I got up and got him a sausage McMuffin the day after he wanted it.
Oh, how nice of her.
You know what?
It's the thought that counts.
That's a reason I'm single. Because if here's a day-old sausage McMuffin, that's how much I love you.
Delish.
Doesn't that speak volumes?
Well, Shanny's not going to say anything that enter. Oh, this is mukbang. This is mukbang is for supposedly pretty women to eat a lot of food. So, supposedly.
Yeah, well, maybe Shani was, but that was 22 years ago. And Yeah, carry on. No.
This is not a mukbang video unless you eat food throughout the video.
She gets to it later, but she's got to bloviate a little bit.
Who cares about that? I want to move along from Shanny. She sucks.
Yeah, you summarized it beautifully, that she is definitely putrid.
She's funnier when she's pretending to be suicidal to get attention.
Tuesday morning.
Yeah, it's coming. So we have some TIs. We do have a Tracy Joe video. It's super long, so we would just be randomly clicking.
I'm feeling David too.
Brian too.
Brian.
We've been stalking him for years, buddy. Come on.
Yeah, he's fascinating. I'm really digging into this guy. And of all of our people at the moment, I think he's the one that's most likely to acquire a firearm and go on a killing spree.
This is the guy who's always talking about his heart, CIA, mind control, directed energy, torture, wave beams. Anyway, here's a reminder. Oh, this one's called Telemetry Shading My Responses, CIA, DIA, hive mind teams less than 300 yards away. So he thinks the CIA is 300 yards away beaming at him.
Telemetry shading my responses.
Speak in full sentences, you twat.
Telemetry shading my responses. Hive mind teams less than 300 yards from my hotel.
He's literally just reading the title to the video.
Yeah, I know. Incidentally, Brian is really funny because he doxes himself all the time and posts medical records and things. And I did have a comprehensive look at those.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. So his profound hearing loss that he claims, and the tinnitus and all the stuff that's going on. His hearing's actually marginally better than mine and pretty much average for someone in his late 40s.
Yeah, I think he's just a drama queen.
Yeah. Who repeatedly and documents this, lies to medical professionals to obtain restricted substances.
Opiates are his favorites, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know, Brian, too, is a lot more famous than we realized. We just thought he was some gibbering TI idiot. But he has a website called tiwatch.org that has been documenting his behavior for years.
It's fascinating. And whoever made this...
Shout out.
You've done amazing work. It's beautifully documented.
The German authorities... or was it the Parisian authorities interviewed him about possibly, like, filming illegal material about being a sex tourist, right?
Yeah, that's correct. He's been arrested in multiple locations. He's now on his
Most
fourth...
recently in Quito on April 5th.
Assaulting a disabled person outside of the VA.
Yeah, we have right?
I mean, Jesus Christ. And Brian is on his third, if not fourth, passport in the last 16 months. Now,
he's selling probably.
When you lose a passport and have it replaced, nobody asks any kind of question. When you lose 3 in a very limited period of time, the authorities are more likely to say, it's probably best that you stay home for a while because you're not capable. So either he's fantastically inept or there's something else going on. And I think with Brian, there's a whole tier of stuff.
I think so too.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's warrants out for his arrest, and that's why he's afraid to go back to America. But
yeah, at the moment, he's bebopping around between various airports. Funnily enough, airports that I visit.
He said he's on the way to China.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's been on the way to China for 3 years. I mean, it's Frankfurt Airport, and then Schiphol, and then various places around Europe that I visit regularly. So, Brian...
Let me know if you see him.
If you're in any airport in Europe over the next 6 weeks, pay attention, brother. Because, I mean, come on the show. We'll do an interview.
He tried to take a flight that stopped in Serbia, and Serbia was like, fuck no, you are not allowed. Serbia said no.
So, ladies and gentlemen of the audience, what happens when you arrive in a country and they process your passport and you're denied entry? What does that mean? There are about 3 or 4 different things that can mean, and none of them mean that you're welcome.
I don't think he's welcome anywhere. But here we have video of him causing a public disturbance, so we can see what kind of lunatic this running around on our streets, well, on Ecuador's streets lately.
Oh yeah, this is a classic, and it's, for the audience, one of many of exactly the same theme. Brian interacting with the public.
This is from last year too, right? Like last November or around there?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
About the
right before he fled the country.
Appointment with Dr. Williams.
I gotta turn this off real quick.
Oh, okay.
Okay, go ahead.
So I know that
he's got to turn it. He just fucking blatantly lied.
Yeah, he's filming in a medical environment and probably a public space therein. So fair enough, but there's something about this that's uncomfortable for me from the get-go.
I love when he knows he goes into a medical facility about to basically lie to get fucking meds, and he's dumb enough to record it and then lie about recording it to the doctors he's going to lie to get the meds.
Yeah, let me just turn this off.
He's real smooth.
The appointment with with Dr. Williams was canceled for today, so I'm kind of confused as to why you're here.
Because I told him I needed to see him about other things.
No.
But hold on a second, let me finish.
Yeah.
That appointment was made before you.
The staff knows they have a crazy person there.
Oh yeah, that's why there's a witness.
And they probably know why he's there too.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that the staff came out from behind whatever kind of reception furniture they had. But the fact that there are 2 people here is really interesting.
Right.
Now, when the doctor's office contacts you and say your appointment's been cancelled or rescheduled, and then you show up and expect to speak to the doctor, there's a fundamental disconnect, I think.
Yeah, and then when you refuse to leave, they might call the police on you or something.
Well, why don't we find out?
Let's do it.
You decided to cancel it. Why did you cancel it?
Because we need for you to meet with Dr. Lavin.
Who's Dr. Lavin?
Well, you're getting a letter in the mail because we can never contact you on the phone.
You can contact me by secure messaging. I've been talking with Dr. Williams for weeks over secure messaging.
I understand with secure messaging.
Can you explain to me who Dr. Lavin is?
Dr. Lavin is part of our behavioral medicine that we have. She's a psychologist.
Michael?
Yeah, you know what's going on here.
Yeah, who do you think Dr. Lavin is?
A psychiatrist?
Possibly.
Bingo. He thinks these women work for COINTELPRO. He thinks they're like CIA operative gang stalkers. No, they just have a job. People actually do have to do these jobs, you idiots.
Yeah, by the way, this is the VA. And all respect to anyone who's put on a uniform and put their life on the line for the freedom of others. And this guy, who admittedly did do some military time, so all respect where it's due, is wasting these women's time.
I know. And there's other veterans in there who aren't fucking hysterical, gibbering, nutcase idiots. Is he a veteran?
Apparently, yes, to a very limited degree. But
the janitor?
What they're saying to him is, before we sign off on anything, you need to see a psychiatrist.
Yeah. They want to give him drugs, just not the ones that he came for.
Yeah. We think that your symptoms suggest you should see a specialist in this area. We're offering you treatment that we think is absolutely appropriate to you. And this is the response.
Doc, do you work for the gang stalkers too?
Yes.
Okay, me too.
And she deals with sales patients.
Sales
patients? A sale patient is a patient that, I can't remember what sale stands for. I'm going to have to look it.
SAIL.
Yeah, I'm going to have to look it up. But ultimately, when we feel that patients who need...
Oh, SAIL means stupid ass irrational loser. That's what it's the program they're going to have them see. I got it.
Need specific information and also how we do things here at the VA. We help them understand this better. This is done through our psychologists.
Okay, I don't need to see a psychologist. You can't force me to see a psychologist. As a matter of fact,
ultimately, we don't have the ability for you to see your primary care doctor until you have been seen by this.
You know, you're not going to victimize me with a mental health specialist.
Okay, but you can go to patient advocate over it.
Well, meantime, there are tens of thousands of service people suffering various degrees of PTSD and all kinds of other symptoms, desperate for exactly the kind of care that this guy is throwing back in these people's face.
I love how this idiot thinks he can go in there and force them to give him opium, essentially. But they can't force him to see a doctor to show that, like, they obviously don't believe that whatever medical symptoms he's pretending to have, that he has. So they're giving him the benefit of the doubt and assuming that he's insane instead of just a lying, drug-addicted parasite.
Yeah, a short summary is, we want to help you. This is how we can best help you. It doesn't involve what you immediately think, but as you're not a medical professional and you're a fucking psycho, here it is. Now, look at this lady's face. She's projecting hard. She's trying to reach this guy on a human level and say,
very nice.
Your appointment was cancelled. We think you need a different kind of help. That's the next step. Please take the next step. And here we are.
Yeah, he fled the country.
He fled the country multiple times to multiple different countries.
And now he can't get back in.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're traveling, please, Brian Chu watch.
Yes, please let us know if you have any Brian Chu sightings in the wild for all of our international fans. You know, not in America, though. He's not allowed back here.
I'm going to. And
Okay.
I'm also going to hit with Dr. Williams. Listen, I want the medical paperwork Dr. Williams said he would fill out for me.
No, he does not have the ability to fill that medical
The work-
information.
He's demanding a prescription, right?
Yeah, that's the, what is his drug of choice? I think it's, is it Ambien or Xanax? I think it's Xanax. Yeah, he's going, I want the 500 Xanax. Yeah.
And yeah, he's just, does he think that he's going to talk them into giving him the prescription when they very clearly don't believe that he has whatever illness that prescription goes with?
No, he's just being a cock at this point, I think. Or he's doubling down because ego issues, perhaps. Interestingly, though, the symptoms that he does present vividly, which are cardiovascular and gastrointestinal, as well as insomnia,
right?
All result from either, again, I need to be clear, I'm not a physician and I'm not a specialist, but I understand these things quite well. All result from either opiate use or opiate withdrawal.
Yeah, that's known to fuck with your stomach and, keep you up at night. And he seems like he's coming down from shit when he makes these videos going, my heart, telemetry, CIA, EMF-directed satellite technology. Like, you seem like you're coming down, dude. That's what it looks like.
I'm speculating, but,
Well, let's let it go here. We have some more videos from him as well. And then we have other stuff we can move along to.
These poor women, it was actually painful to watch. And there's another video where he's in a notorious cruising area complaining about the homosexuals and saying, oh, and I'm disoriented and my balance is off and I rode here on my motor scooter. So presumably he's going to blame the CIA when he has a road traffic accident, falls the fuck off this thing into a bunch of gay guys, and it will be everyone else's fault but his, right?
Doc, here on this website, isn't there an article that mentions that some of the drugs that he's known to take are actually like chemical castration drugs?
Yeah, that's right. There's a drug called Lupron, which is used to delay puberty and to reduce testosterone. But he classifies it as chemical camouflage or shielding from some such thing. And it's really peculiar.
Shielding him from homosexual thoughts and desires.
Well, I mean, it kind of makes sense given his affect and given his physiognomy, but one wonders why. Okay, clinically...
He don't shave, that's for sure.
The drugs used to treat particular kinds of cancer that are testosterone dependent. So if you have testosterone, your cancer is much more aggressive. Other than that, it has very limited therapeutic use. So one wonders, and I hope he doesn't have cancer, but I hope he gets some psychiatric help. Otherwise, why would one shoot oneself up with a testosterone antagonist?
His life must be quite dark.
I suspect so.
Doc, we have some other videos from him. We'll just do maybe one more from him. I'll let you choose. We have the newest one from today. He's en route to China and is brutally tortured on the plane. Can you imagine being stuck on a plane with this fruitcake?
I may well have been.
Well, did you tie him up so that he couldn't cause any chaos?
I looked at him very carefully in the eye and said, one more sound from you, and I will take your life.
Yeah, he probably shut up then, right?
Yeah, he did. It was great. I used the full Sean Connery.
Oh, nice.
So we've got
the family members. Oh, go ahead.
Family members.
Unable to retrieve his belongings from Ecuador Customs. The newest one is the plain one.
Let's go with the new one. So he's en route.
From today.
Yeah, and I think he ended up in Frankfurt or Dusseldorf, which is about 2 hours drive from where I am. So road trip.
Make sure you gang stalk him on, record it and then upload it so you can confirm all of his delusions, okay?
Brian, when you watch this, if I arrive at the airport where you're at, let's have lunch together and have a conversation.
And we'll give you your passport back too.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Hi, this is Brian too. It's 2:50. It's 10 till 4, 1550 hours, April 19th, 2019 in Helsinki, Finland. Trying to get to Hong Kong.
He's in Finland.
Oh, so he's not too far.
Brian, you could get a Hertz rental and drive, dude. I mean, you're not far.
Did you feel a disturbance in the force when he landed?
Well, our assets in Helsinki did reach out to me.
Yeah.
And they're like, did Michael Moore arrive? And I said, no, it's Brian too. And they stood down.
He does look very similar to Michael Moore.
But I've only had 5 hours of sleep in the last 2 days, a little over 2.5 days.
Yeah, Brian, me too. And I'm doing great.
I think Brian's had 5 hours of sleep in the last 2 months. So he's always making those damn videos. He puts up like 16 a day.
Yeah, and one of the ways he keeps out the CIA mind hacks is to wear earbuds, like the ones I'm wearing now, 24/7, jacked up on Christian rock channels. Now,
that wouldn't cause headaches or anything.
To me, that would be like the worst Guantanamo Bay nightmare.
I think that's what they play in there.
Yeah, he does it by choice and wonders why he has marginal hearing loss bilaterally, as documented in his own publications.
He says part of the reason they're doing this is because he listens to gospel music and they don't want him to.
Yeah, that's actually Robert Plant reaching out, going, no, Brian, you're hurting yourself. Don't do it, man.
Stop. Look, he's got a hat. He's got kind of like a star symbol here in the background. A half star. That's an Illuminati symbol.
It really is.
Is he in the Illuminati, Doc?
I really think so, but the Finns, they can fuck with you. They don't get out a lot, and any opportunity they have to play a prank, they'll probably do it. So maybe that's what's going on with Bry.
Let's find out.
2 nights ago I had 2 hours, and then last night I got 3 hours. Sleep deprivation torture forces the brain of the victim to become dependent upon the stream of energy they're targeting the cerebral cortex with. And they're brutally torturing me on the plane. I was trying to read my Bible. I downloaded pages of the Bible to my laptop, trying to read my Bible. The RNN system is attacking, dropping me into split-second remote.
How come God can't just protect him from the EMF rays? Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's a really good question. And I wonder whether Brian is trying to switch over his fundraising attempts to the Christians, who are known to be an easy touch for, 5 or 10 or 350 here and there.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know how long he's been doing the Christian thing, but...
Yeah.
Let's move along to somebody else. Hey, we have another final going away video from Mario.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Amos, Mario.
He's no longer here.
He's gone back to Gen Pop.
Yeah, he's probably terrorizing some bungholes as we speak.
We love you, Amos.
Speaking of bungholes.
Hey, Faith family, it's Brother Mario. I pray you're having a great day. Just wanted to make a quick video here to give you all a super awesome announcement. And thank you for all of you. I know thousands of you have prayed for this to be.
This is the 5th going away video, right?
Yeah, going away number 5 to rehab number 2. Mario's prehab Pentecost.
They should all be called number 2s.
Become a reality. And today, this morning, I found out that your prayers have been answered. My prayers have been answered.
Everyone's oh my God, he thinks... Do you really believe there were hundreds of morons out there praying for Mario to get accepted into the Christian rehab?
No, but at least a few dozen who funded it because it's a donation only.
Yeah, and he didn't actually work for the money. It had to have been given to him.
Yeah. So at any time during the 9-month period when Mario feels a particularly strong Jones or message from the Holy Spirit, who knows, he can walk out.
Isn't it last time he went to rehab, he left really quickly, right?
Yeah, it was like 4 days.
Yeah, well, I bet he'll be... I'm back, Faith family. 2 weeks. That's what
2 weeks. 2 weeks, month top end. But no matter what, he'll be fully cured, fully rehabilitated, back in the bosom of Jeebus, and welcoming your donations.
Yes, and we'll be able to trust that he won't spend it on cocaine and hookers anymore.
Yeah. And I officially have a room at the Jericho Roads Ministry.
Hey, there's another place that has a room for you. It's right next to Stevens and Richard Doyle's.
Yeah, And to be clear, Jericho Road Ministries appears to be fully legitimate and doing a lot of good work for people who are in a bad place and want to get help. I don't know that they are necessarily set up for someone like Mario.
We have agents in there who will mess with him, though, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, we don't want to necessarily activate those particular assets. But I get the impression from Mario that he wants to pass and exploit people and make money, and his honesty isn't a factor in that equation.
He did get a haircut, though.
He did, and he shaved, and it's great.
Rehabilitation home for their 9-month program starting May 7th. And so I start my rehabilitation journey with the
a lot can happen in 3.5 weeks or 2.5 weeks. Yeah, that's right.
May 7th. I wonder if an alternative scenario will crop up. But you know what? If Mario is genuine and I give him maybe a 1%, no, that's too much. Maybe a 0.2% chance that that's actual. Good luck. Get clean. Be honest with yourself about all the shit that you deceive yourself about, and move on with your life. Honestly, Michael?
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
No, in fact, what he just said is he just gave himself permission to upload more videos before he goes to rehab. So all those goodbye videos, he'll do yet another goodbye video before he supposedly goes to rehab. Supposedly.
Yeah. The great thing is, though, that throughout the spectrum of beliefs and approaches on the internet, at least 24 people are downloading all of this stuff and commenting on it, not necessarily from our perspective, but from an angle consistent with our view about honesty, integrity, and hookers and coke.
Yeah, there's definitely way more people ripping on him than taking him seriously at this point.
But he's cute.
No,
he's kind of cute.
He is not.
Kind of cute.
The help of Jericho Road Ministries next month. So in 3 weeks from now, I'm starting.
The gays took a vote earlier today and said Mario's out. We do not accept him as a homosexual.
Yeah, the straight people did too, and Jericho Road is again, it seems entirely legitimate. It is, however, all male, which I find interesting.
They'll teach him how to be a shaman.
I'm already in touch with them.
Oh, nice.
Packing, and I'm getting ready to get myself to rehab. And now
you're packing the rehab. He has to go May 7th, but he's packing here 2.5 weeks before he leaves. We're supposed to believe he's packing for rehab.
Yeah.
This video is from actually 3 weeks before, because this was earlier this week. Sorry, Doc.
Yeah, I think this is a minor thing, but I'm packing to move to a different country, and it took 4 hours.
Yeah, I don't believe that he's packing. I just don't believe it. In fact, the fact that he said that he's packing makes me think he's lying about rehab in general.
Do you think perhaps he means body packing?
No, I think he means he's packing his meth pipe.
He's preparing to consume sufficient cocaine and condoms in his stomach to get him through the whole 9 months.
Oh, yeah, he's putting him in condoms to put him up his bunghole. All right, here we go.
I know a lot of you in the comments were like, Mario, you don't need rehab. Whoa, why do you need rehab? You only need Jesus. And I understand.
Nobody said that. Everyone said you're a coke-addicted, hooker-depraved, scamming fraud, charlatan piece of shit. And you definitely do need rehab.
No, that's not true, because I went in with a number of sock accounts telling him not to go to rehab because he didn't need it, because I thought it'd be funnier if he doesn't. And I'm sure almost every single other person telling him not to go to rehab was just like me. These people don't understand that, like, just because people say they're your friend and they love you and support you and, like, they're your fan and shit, like, a lot of those people are just fucking with you, Mario. What don't you understand about how YouTube works, you fool?
Here's a horrific reality, you know. Either of us would say, Mario, if you've really got problems, go to rehab and get better and become a better person, if faced with that challenge. But there are people who want to fuck with you and want you to end up not biting down on that lemon wedge at that very particular moment, a la Heath Ledger. that is so obviously in your future. I don't want you to do that. I want you to be honest, but I don't think you've got it in you, brother.
I think a lot of these supporters and fans of his who have been he goes, you people, what you didn't know is that I was on drugs. No, they did know that you were on drugs, and they were amused by watching the situations you created from being a total hypocrite and play out online. So they kept it going, and they kept feeding you all this fake love and support so that you would go off the deep end and then send dick pics from your godly bros to some woman who catfished you. You idiot. And you did it. You did exactly what they wanted you to do. And you'll do it again.
Yeah, because you were on drugs.
Well, let's continue.
You're saying, but this is a Christian rehabilitation program. Sometimes as a Christian, if we're an addict, if we don't take recovery...
Think he's going to cry in this one?
I hope so.
I think he may. I'm seeing his eyes look a little glinty.
Serious? It doesn't matter.
Could be the drugs, though.
Matter how much we read the Bible or whatever, as long as we don't take recovery, what it means like to, for example, be aware of triggers, put yourself in community, what is addiction? If I don't take those things seriously, I'm never going to live a fulfilled life. And so this is a Christian
You know what helps?
Right. Go ahead.
You know what helps live a fulfilled life? Being honest.
Pussy? Oh.
Yeah, being honest. And if cocaine and pussy are your weaknesses, don't scam $500,000 off of retards to fund it.
Yeah, just tell us you want cocaine and pussy and we'll work something out. As long as you worship Satan.
We have a specific grant somewhere in the funding ladder that we have. It's the cocaine and pussy grant, right?
Yeah, we give it only to the best degenerates. And I think Mario could be in the running if he applied.
Yeah, all he needs to do is apply. It's a 3-page form. It's really simple. Cocaine and pussy grant. Bring it on, Mario.
Who did we give that one to last time?
Patrick John Coleman.
Oh, yeah. Why did we give that to him? I guess we owed him for all of the hours of entertainment he's given us. Well, you know what? We owe him something else for something else he's given us, too.
Mm-hmm.
That one's still coming, bitch.
Fill what only God can fill. It's called Jericho Road Ministries. It's a Christian-based ministry, and I'm excited to submit myself to this program. If you heard of Teen Challenge in the United States of America, it's the exact same.
The Teen Challenge is what they do every Tuesday at Mario's Rehab, boyshalfwayhouse.com. So he's going to be real popular during that one.
It does sound kind of boyshalfwayhouse.com, doesn't it?
Teen Challenge? What?
You don't have to be lonely.
Godlybros.com.
Thing. It's a 9-month, 12-month program where you go into a facility, you live with other men, they make you go down to the basics to build you.
Baby.
It writes itself. You live with other men and they make you go down to the basement. What? It is boyshalfwayhouse.com. I was kidding, but it really is.
Boys Halfway House plus Jesus, and they make you go down to the basics. The last time one of your dates said, Michael, would you like to go down to the basics?
Doc, the basement.
Oh my God.
It's worse than you thought.
Like John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah. Well, he probably did say basics, but let's pretend it was basement. That's what he really meant anyway.
Back up. And if you saw my confession video, I need this. I've been desperately needing this for a while. I've just recently come out of
a few things he needs desperately.
Yeah. If you saw his confession video, what? Part 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, Mario? Which one?
Or 5.5. Yeah, there's some interludes.
Denial, and I want to get the help. And the help has arrived. God has brought it in the form of this Christian Ministries 9-month rehabilitation program.
I love it. And you know why God brought the help, Michael?
Why?
Because he got busted sending dick pics of a third party.
What an embarrassing way to go down.
Yeah. And when confronted with this beautifully by Gary828, it's like, you say I only came clean when I got busted. Yeah, that was the best he could do.
Yeah, and that's what he's done every other time he's been busted for doing things.
Yeah. So this is the equivalent of someone caught, blood on their hands, smoking gun, dead body, DNA, the whole works, going, yeah, I'm guilty, and saying, I'm virtuous for confessing. No, you're virtuous confessing if you haven't previously been caught out.
Has this turd ever confessed a sin that he hasn't been busted committing?
No, it was all demons and goblins and the
gay goblins.
The gay spirits that inhabit him in the steam room with the godly bros.
That sounds pretty hot.
Yeah, X-Tube.
There's a nice masculine musk in the godly bros workout room that gives Mario a regular boner.
Well, one of our sources pointed me to X-Tube, or was it Pornhub? I forget. One of those two sources, steam room gangbang.
Oh, there was a rumor that Mario might be the masked bottom in that video, right?
Unconfirmed reports.
That's how he got accepted into the boys' halfway house.
You don't have to be lonely.
So I'm really, really excited. If you guys want to know more about them, I'm going to leave a link for them in the description section. Also, while I'm in there, wait till I'm in there, but starting May 7th.
The only thing that makes him cry more than begging for money is when he's down on his knees and he's got a big schlonger in his mouth.
Yeah, that's right. And
that too.
I'm detecting a cunning plan by Mario putting a link to this rehab place, which seems legitimate, totally forthright, doing good work. He's trying to destroy their business in the next 3.5 weeks, so he doesn't have to go.
One of Mario's buddies, or sock accounts perhaps, came over onto our last video of him and called me a faggot and said that they were going to come back with an army of sock accounts to destroy my like ratio. I think Mario's a bigger faggot than me, right?
Yeah. I mean, Michael, did that wound you to the heart?
It did. I actually considered killing myself, but luckily Satan talked me out of it.
So some ignoramus with an IQ of 72 called you a faggot.
I'm sure go ahead. Really hurt.
You felt Saint Bernard just pierced on the stake there. Fuck off.
I actually did try to kill myself, but Satan doesn't allow that, so everything just went back in time. It's like Groundhog Day with me, man.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, people call me an intellectual snob and an overqualified jackass, and I'm like, yeah, okay. Yes, I am.
So what, right?
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
If you want to email them or mail them to my attention, because I know a lot of you want to write me and encourage me on this journey. So,
Mike, let's send him a hooker. Oh.
Well, we could just send him some gay porno magazine and a baggie of Coke about 6 weeks in. You think that sounds pretty good?
I'm thinking about 4 days in.
Hell, let's just send him a care package. He can take it in with him.
Yeah, anyone. I mean, I'm not saying you should do this. I'm just saying Mario's presenting an option if you want to send him a care package. Jericho Road Ministries, Ottawa, Canada. You can find them.
Send it to the attention of Mario Brisson.
Cocksucker.
It's going to be the
Mario Brisson, brackets, cocksucker.
Yeah, go ahead, put that on there. Why not?
To contact me.
Actually, for everyone watching, don't do that, okay?
Yeah, really don't do that.
It's a joke. It's totally a joke. Don't do that.
Yeah, in the off chance that Mario is actually seeking help, we would want nothing to happen to jeopardize that.
Right. Yeah, we're just ripping on him because he's a horrible, hypocritical piece of shit who rips on other people for doing the exact same things as him, except he does it a lot worse. So that's why we're ripping on him.
Lion, thieving, scumbag, drug abusing, fraud, shyster, abuser of women. Yeah, and closet case. But, if he wants to get clean, good for him.
I don't know that he has ever abused women except psychologically, but we know he tried to do that to that woman who catfished him. That's just a snake!
Psychologically, that qualifies.
But I'm really, really excited about this. Maybe you're someone watching this video here today and you've been struggling with addiction, you're in denial, you think you can overcome it, and you keep on.
He's been struggling with a dick on his chin. Can't get it all the way in sometimes.
Yeah, that's
Never mind. I'm getting off the rails with these jokes, Doc.
Yeah, let's let this douchebag talk. I think we've destroyed him quite enough.
I'm stretching myself thin. Here we go.
On trying and it's not happening. Well, I really do pray that me humbling myself, coming out of denial, and seeking the help that I'm needing
You have never one time humbled yourself. Your fake tears are not humbling yourself. Humbling yourself would be if you insist on getting on the camera, then you would get in front of the camera and say, I'm a liar and I'm a fucking hypocrite and I've attacked people for doing things that I have done myself, people who are innocent. I've slandered people I've never met and spread insane, ridiculous conspiracy theories to grift money from a bunch of morons and trolls. And I'm sorry for that. That would be actually humbling yourself. Okay? But you haven't done that, you fool.
And every cent that I took from you people in good faith went up my nose and out my dick.
How about you raise the same amount of money you wasted and give it to an actual fucking church, you hypocrite? How about that? That would be humbling yourself. Instead, what you're going to do is come back on here and beg for money after you quit rehab.
Yeah, and here's an immediate tip. First step. Disable your fundraising links, Mario.
Why would he ever do that? That's the whole reason he's on here lying to begin with.
You know, as a sign of good faith, even just during your prehab and rehab period, stop grifting money, because some of that money, like all of the rest of it, might end up going up your snout.
He's expecting to have a nice little nest egg when he gets out of that rehab.
Mm-hmm.
How gross.
Need is an encouragement to you. There's no shame in this. In Christ, there's no guilt, there's no condemnation, even for the most twisted of sinners. And so we
no
can come before the feet of the cross.
Yeah, that's the most important part, Doc.
Yeah, all you have to do is blah, 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 blah.
And he forgives the people who exposed him.
Good. That's nice. I feel relieved.
Jesus will still punish him, though.
Yeah. I mean, we're both fucking going to hell, and if Mario had his choice, neither one of us would be in the world, nor anybody like us.
I don't know why we're going to hell, though, because Jesus attends all of our gangbangs. Aren't we on his good side?
JesusInTheSteamRoom.com.
Yeah, he's usually the centerpiece of the gangbang, if we're being honest.
Lucky Pierre.
And just ask for mercy and grace and humbly admit that we need the help. And there's some of you out there, you're stressing out your family members, you're stressing out your church family, people just want you to get well.
Yeah, this
He's
is
looking like he's about to cry.
This is Mario projecting. This is everything that a reasonable human being he would actually say, but he can't.
I feel let down that we can't see Mario crying in here, so let's just play a little bit of Mario crying as we, that can be how we wrap up the show.
Sounds good to me.
As soon as I can find it. Now, you know I won't be able to find it until long after I've done something to distract everyone. Oh, here we go. This is from William Scott Shirk, friend of the show. Mario Brisson weeps. Let's skip ahead.
I've gotten so lonely and
delicious.
Needed companionship so bad. I've called an escort.
50 times in the last month I got so lonely.
We're supposed to feel sorry for him because he used money raised for his ministry to hire escorts since he was lonely.
And by escorts, we mean hookers, right?
Yeah. And I bet they weren't even high-quality hookers. Dude, imagine you're a hooker, and you show up, and you're at this guy's house. You just know it's going to get fucking weird. It's like Patrick Bateman is there when you open the door. Like, why is he hiring hookers? It must be because he's fucking psychotic.
It concerns me. And this is blunt, but if you Google Mario's name, you get a video, among others, many others, one that says, I have genital herpes.
Yeah, that's something you should tell everyone on the internet.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that...
Doc,
yeah.
You know, the only reason he told people he had herpes was because he got busted lying about something and like being a slut, and someone was like, Mario gave me herpes! So he was forced to humble himself.
Again, I'm not making this up, and I really wish I was. I really wish I was.
Anyway, here we go. More weeping. Out, demon! Demon, come out! Out!
And so there it is.
I spent $500,000 on blow and pussy.
Whoa!
The God is a God of grace and mercy. This weekend, I'm 5 days sober. Praise God. One day at a time.
And pussy.
Hail Satan.
Yeah. You know what? $500,000. Really?
Yeah, he did. He spent $500,000 he has admitted to going through on drugs and prostitutes. And God knows what else. Sex toys. He's probably got one of those fisting machines, like that you put a dildo on it and it just like do. It's like a hydraulic. That was probably $100,000 right there.
Yeah, the Reverend Mario, but it's okay, folks. His fundraising links, all of them, are still active, but he's going to rehab, so he'll come out all shiny, cured, nice and better, and you'll never put your money up his nose or on his dick ever again, because Jesus and whatever you need, send him your money. He's totally healed, right?
And if he does do it again, it was because demons flew up his ass when he did yoga 8 years ago. Doc, let's give him the 30-second weeping challenge, and then we'll wrap it up.
Yeah, I hate him. I really do.
Well, I love it when he cries, though.
Oh. I'm very excited to go to Jericho. It's in the Bible, by the way. Jericho is where the walls fell down.
That's right.
And these are walls in my life I haven't been able to tear down. And I think now through this, God is finally going to tear down my walls.
Tear down that wall, God!
And allow me.
There we go. 30 seconds. What do you think, Doc? Does that look like a stable person?
Disingenuous scumbag.
You don't see spiritual leader and teacher when he acts this way?
No, I'm getting a strong whiff of sociopath, to be quite frank with you.
Probably get a whiff of some rank farts if you step in that room and some bad BO, because when you are a drug addict, you don't bathe or clean yourself up very often.
Mario does pretty well on the grooming front, and I think his homosexuality is kicking in there. You know, there's an expectation of a certain degree of hygiene, but I'll look forward to the live cam action shows from the boyshalfwayhouse.com starring Mario.
I bet the Godly Bros like a little musk, though. So...
Is that code for up the ass?
No, the scent of man.
Okay.
Anyway, I guess that's it for the show. What are your final thoughts, Doc? Do you think Richard Doyle will get out before Steven?
Yes, I do, actually.
I do, too.
I think Richard Doyle could find a new role in life, perhaps as the next Sling Blade.
He could become a janitor like Travis.
I think so. He could probably do pretty well at that, and good luck to him. You know?
Yes, good luck, Richard. And Master Lukey as well. Don't kill anybody with those lethal feet.
Yeah. There's nothing too terrible about you guys, but Steve, Mario, Shani, I just get this toxic, putrid vibe from her on all kinds of levels, and it's almost instinctive with her, and I'm not quite sure why.
Well, it's definitely... she puts the stink in instinctive, so... I will say about Steve, it's kind of weird. Like, we just heard Steve recruit an army of child molesters and rapists, and it's just like, that's not even the craziest thing he did this month.
It's not even close, actually.
Not even this week. Well, I guess that was actually from 2 weeks ago, but...
Yeah. But again, every word that Steve says on the telephone loops directly back to the parole board and the psychiatric evaluators. So, you know, he's doing us a favor by continuing his insane babbling.
Yeah, I hope he keeps it up. But I will say, if he ever threatens to kill me again, I will sue the fucking shit out of that prison for letting him do that. So they better keep a really good grip on that little rabid chihuahua.
Tight rein. And that goes for you too, Naylan, so behave yourself.
Yeah, and by the way, did you hear that Naylan actually had his labia majora installed, and they're going to save up for the labia minora?
Yeah. How many Wendy's tokens will that take, do you think?
666.
Okay, let's see what we can do.
All right. Well, thanks for joining, Doc. It was fun.
Yeah, and many thanks to the audience and, of course, to our lovely, lovely friend, Big Amos.
Yes, thank you so much for joining, Big Amos. And I'm sorry we can't get to Snake Diet. Sorry it's taken so long. We will cover Snake Diet soon, I promise. And adios.